Hello.
Let's see. Testing, testing.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Okay, the dimensions of your thing are smaller than I expected, so I just have to adjust the size and... wait a minute, wait a moment. Welcome all OT.
Welcome.
Let's see, where did I put your thing? Oh, okay, so looks like... Huh. Okay, so if I do 400 here... Oh, that's way too short. My bad. It's kind of also interesting because the hero for Dragon Quest kind of looks like a pirate themselves. Kind of well dressed for the occasion.
I'm kind of sketchy about these followers happening real quick.
I know the name Lord Griffin Mojo kind of sounds like a name for Pirate 101 because I've seen a lot of griffins in the game. And in addition, the whatchamacallit... all OT, though. Understandable. Let's see, with... 500 seems okay. Alright, looks like 500 by 500 might be a safe option here. Just make sure your size is not as overbearing. Interesting. It also decides to put your name on the character instead of below the character because for my PNG, it puts the Discord name below, which makes it pretty safe to...
Same when I did it. Maybe have the... do not show the name.
Let's see if I can do that.
Okay.
Should be manageable. Discord overlay.
Kind of weird watching my icon delay on your live stream and with Discord.
Joe speaking users only hide. Alright, let's see if that will work. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and refresh this cache right here. Actually, I'll go ahead and hide the code and see if that will actually change up the URL for you. Okay, that kind of helps a little bit. Six. Okay, what does it look like if it's at 600?
I think I did somewhat decent in the mouth.
Oh yeah, it definitely works for you. Absolutely.
Welcome to the live stream, Nightbot.
Hi, how are you?
Let me see if I can catch the... Oh.
What's up?
The Chansey. Because it says you already have Chansey.
Yeah, and if nobody... Is there a way to make it so the Pokemon eventually will change to a different Pokemon?
It's all RNG.
We came to Cool Ranch looking for a piece of Marco Polo's
Except running
map.
away, that's like
It's
every 3
finally in
tries.
reach.
Map's hidden in an old mine. Time to go digging for it.
There is no time to waste.
I also sent a message to Dark Sinister Steel to see if he's around so I can... Because he hasn't actually been on voice call to, like, test his, character thing yet. So, would be a good opportunity to check with him. Oh. There's people who want to run the instance.
Oh.
I feel like over time the novelty and the significance of Talk Like a Pirate Day has only been down to like specific amount of, what is it? A specific amount of, I would say, a specific amount of individual specific gamers. Especially when there's like, Sea of Thieves has been the prominent pirate game to play on this day. And I just got a Twitch drop from someone playing the game.
Nice.
Although I'm also aware that Adventure Quest 3D also has their own, and not just Adventure Quest 3D, but also Worlds has their own cosmetic collections for the occasion and events as well, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, and Dage teased the next expansion. So.
The next expansion is in where now?
The next expansion is based on a four-eyed demon in Adventure Quest history.
Oh.
If you know what I'm talking about.
I'm mostly familiar more so with Dragon Fables history and MechQuest history than Adventure Quest.
I think it's called The Nation or something.
Hey, what's up, Spicy?
Hey, Spicy, welcome.
Let's see what clip we'll play when we give you a shout out.
Yes, let's see.
But for the most part, should be fine.
Look at that handsome mugshot. Look at that amazing mugshot. Wait, is
It's
that
hard to
recent?
team up- No, it's not that it's hard to team up. It's just stupidly long and annoying. So.
Did somebody clip it for the critical? Or was it for something you said? Interesting. I mean, I could imagine somebody clipped it for the critical. That itself would be pretty beautiful, because, like, people love to see high damage numbers in video games.
That is true. I mean, look at the DPS. You mostly die in video games a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you worry about if the tank dies, blame the hitter. If the hitter dies, blame the tank. If the DPS dies, it's your fault.
Alright, let me try to catch this freaking Chansey.
You already got it.
Oh my goodness sakes. Well, if you have
Dude.
channel points, Spicy, you can try to catch that on-screen Pokemon, because it took me hours to set that thing up, and it's honestly pretty fun.
It is.
Who am I VC with? Kiba. He's one of my moderators.
Hello.
He's also a talking PNG file of his character, which is something I was also talking to Alt about that he could set up, but Alt doesn't stream too much. He does stream, but, like, not often anymore.
Mm. Yeah, somebody made this avatar for me like 4 to 5 years ago.
Oh, nice. Was it like... Was it like a commission for you, or...?
Nah, I'm just I had a fan that he asked me, hey, do you want me to draw your avatar? Yeah. I said, yeah.
Well, that's still pretty good, and pretty great quality, too.
He has to play a lot of Minecraft. He did Minecraft-ish theme, so.
Oh, I know, Spicy. I just not like talking so much about it. I mean, for a while, if you have other games that you truly enjoy and don't find as much of a chore playing than Pirate at the moment, then you should be happy. Like, until there's gonna be like new major announcements for this game. I'm just only playing this game on certain occasions, anyways, because
Yeah,
even then,
really
it's like
want
a slugfest for other characters.
I just want King Isle to, you know, to update.
Yeah, I just don't know what people were expecting when they said, "Oh, like another company has bought out KingsIsle," but like no changes are immediate. They're still primarily focused on Wizard 101 for the moment until their new higher ups say, "Okay, we want you to do this, this, and that for Pirate 101 when we see fit." It's still a waiting game. In addition, the staff, unfortunately, are still working from home until next year, so I can't. KingsIsle right now has, honestly, like, I feel like the greatest amount of pity for them as a company. Like, they're still hanging on by threads in comparison to other game studios and companies who've just abandoned projects that I've enjoyed beta testing and playing before this point in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I think I remember that, Spicy. I think we had like a clip of it too. Wait a minute, why don't I have an anchor?
I do. I want to enjoy Pirate 1 and Wizard 1, but I want them to update. Update Pirate 1, which is the last time I played it.
Which is totally understandable, yeah. A lot of people do, but it's just not going to be an immediate thing depending on what their new higher-ups say, and they have to get their work situation worked on as well, especially since this is probably either the third or fourth time they've had to like move offices in Texas.
I heard they're actually making card packs for Wizards, real life ones.
Which is something they should have done in the first place, because
Start,
like card
because,
packs, yeah.
Yeah, the card pack boom.
Because people still collect physical card packs to this day. Like, if anybody hasn't noticed the scene on Yu-Gi-Oh, people still play the traditional trading card game. And if you go to conventions with a Yu-Gi-Oh panel or other, like, or Magic the Gathering panels, they'll still have stations where people can play the games traditionally.
I like to play the game and all that, but if people say it doesn't get expensive, they are not telling the truth.
Yeah, exactly.
You play casual and all, but if you want to actually go to competitions, you gotta put money out. The problem is, when the new ban list comes out, you can get screwed depending on what you got.
Yeah, and like
recently, a random normal card that was released a few years ago is worth $200 now. A random fusion, because of new cards that were released. And now people are paying $200 for that one card. The problem is, as soon as they pay the $200, about a few months after, a pack will come out with that exact card that was meta, that were old school, and that $200 will pretty much worthless.
yeah, where the meta will just keep on changing no matter what, and with $200, I might as well get some like replacement for my computer parts.
And it's in Yu-Gi-Oh, most of the time it counts as 3, so it's 200 times 3.
Sheesh.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I remember when I was like, yeah.
Go on.
No, I remember I was like majorly big into Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And what were you going to say?
I'm a fan of it. I'm not a fan of spending money on it that much, because sure, it's nice and all. I do have a few decks laying around, but I don't want to get invested in something that the next 6 months, if you invest in the wrong cards, your whole cards you bought or once you use is worthless. You can't use them.
Yeah, that's how it felt after a while when I just don't like use my Yu-Gi-Oh cards anymore. It just felt like when I was a kid, they were just like, they wanted to have the animated TV shows as like what they would call like hype material, marketing material for the actual products, because
it worked. The marketing did work. The problem is it ended. The marketing.
yeah, definitely.
There was Yu-Gi-Oh shampoo, Yu-Gi-Oh soap.
I almost did a spit take when you said that.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. The water is safe.
My hair is singing. Okay.
That's still ridiculous, the amount of lengths they would go to like market like products for kids like way back in the day. I've seen like my fair share of very, very crazy commercials way back when.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Oh, Kiba, for a Stream Raider, should we go Should we go tokens or should we go for a gold chest?
I'm still not finished. I think we should go tokens.
Go tokens? Yeah, I'm not even finished
Yeah.
either. I'm from the viewer side.
Yeah.
I'm on 16, and as a captain, I'm 18 right now.
And not much for skins because there's only like 2 skins, I think.
Let me see what we have.
And we're getting skins galore because of the whole color clash.
Right. Okay.
Sure, it's just a generic, but we all get a World Beast skin eventually, so
I'm gonna start on the bottom path and go up.
let me crank up some Raiders of Strings.
What quest do I have today? I need to place 2 more balloon busters and then killing 3 support units. That's not too
okay because
bad.
Dungeons is going on in Nintendo, so you're good.
Yeah, I'm aware.
I just got my quest done in one day, like mage.
Oh shoot, I could just put a balloon buster over here. Because I'm literally putting myself next to a bunch of support units.
Yeah.
That's easy. Okay. I think I'm just gonna get this one dungeon out of the way at least to constitute for doing something in this game. They really need to overhaul the ship combat because, like, as much as they, like, market it, like, I think the overworld exploration outside the ship is fine, it's just that people are just essentially looking at another form of tab targeting. And tab targeting has already been, like, a staple kind of combat for a lot of MMORPGs for, like, a whole decade now.
Mobile style also.
Yeah, this is range tab targeting.
Oh, so it's RuneScape.
Mm-hmm.
To this day, RuneScape still doesn't have a ship. Across waters.
There's little bits and pieces where they're actually pushing to, like, give players a hint in Pirate 101 that they are taking the initiative to push out the next piece of the new rewritten story, but the move is like, the move has been really slow, and there's only so much you can expect out of a team where they literally, the producer, well, senior producer, now made producer, officially made a statement that they literally need a second team to get this game going. So I really hope that they can finally get all the employees and all the new talent they could available to get on board and really propel this game again.
So what they call it, Power 101 rewritten? Rewritten?
Not like a, well, like rewritten as a form of expression, yeah.
Or clean the story up. Like, for me, if Wizard 101, Wizard City ever goes free, completely free, no limited, then I might dig my teeth into it again.
Wizard City at this point should be completely free. People at this point should have at least 1 to 2 worlds to have a free experience
like 4
for.
worlds, I think, now.
Yeah, there's been like more than that now. There's been like several worlds that's been released, more so than Pirates 101. The main difference is that Pirates 101 has a little bit more of an open, somewhat open environment for you to traverse, even though it has its own invisible walls, but it's a lot more breathtaking with a lot of its scenery in a way.
And Wizard 101 says so. I mean, at like level 15, oh, you have to open it up. You know, like that's crazy. Or like 11, 12 or something, and you can't go anywhere. And the most annoying thing was when I first played it, someone bought me a card. I didn't know they had the whole wall thing. You know, like you had to pay to get in most places. It was on the card and all. But if I had a person to play it with me, and he said, "No, I can't. I have to pay." It's like, well.
Yeah, because they're trying to ride the bandwagon of being subscription-based alongside other online games that are...
Do you want it make it subscription-based? Make Wizard City free.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Make it Wizard City free, and maybe make Parktopia 3 or Grizzleheim 3. And there you go. Because I want to experience the story, not experience the demo.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, hold on a second. Let's see. There looks like they have a free redemption code at least. This is one of the very few occasions they decide to reward people with something for Talk Like a Pirate Day.
What, Part 101?
Hi, how are
Yeah, it's a free, whatchamacallit.
Welcome, traveler.
Hey, look, it's an Alt ZX. After Senor Spicy showing up, we have an Alt ZX. Let's go ahead and give this Alt ZX a quick shout out.
Okay. If you need to, I can do it for you.
I got it.
Pete needs to check his privilege, bro.
Oh, is it the big numbers again? Does somebody... Oh, it's somebody sound like a monkey.
What's up with my fucking companions, bro? Like, what the fuck are they saying?
Fuck.
Oh? Damn it.
Didn't crit. Who was that monkey? Omar.
Who's that
I
monkey?
need
Oh
more, not wow! Blade, I didn't know you had Goro on your privy. That's so cool.
Wait. Wait, what happened to Omar? Does Omar not talk anymore? It's been a while since I last heard from Omar. Oh yeah, there's a wild Chansey if you wanna try and get it. That's like a new feature. It took me hours to set up, but it's fun. And
It's pretty fun.
how was Borderlands, by the way? How you did you get anything new done? Did you get any new achievements? Any new record set and whatnot? Any new loot? Ah, my vocal cords. Do I want to redeem the code on this character? No, I'll actually redeem the code on one of my max level characters. Did they put the news or... Oh, they only Weird. They only put it on Twitter. Interesting.
Maybe try and get traffic.
Yeah. Interesting. Huh. Ah, found the code. Interesting. Yeah, but to this day, if I were to hop back onto a pirate game, I would play some Sea of Thieves, but the thing with Sea of Thieves is that I would really get very immersed into it and very focused. I used to do that with Pirate 101, but having played the game multiple times and maxing out like multiple characters, it eventually does, understandably, as Senor Spicy say, become a chore. Especially when like the drop rate, the loot table does not work in your favor.
Is that in most games?
Most MMOs in most games. Yep, pretty much. Yeah, really, what happened to Omar? I think that clip is like some highlight of Omar, even though I don't even see him in voice calls anymore or speaking unless he left the server.
Well, who knows?
I'm gonna switch characters real quick because I want to test my luck on this pack. Hey, thank you.
Flare.
Yep, thank you for that.
Welcome back, pirate. Previously on Pirate 101.
We're searching for the
And
lost
once
treasure
again,
of
there's
Captain
people in the
Gun,
morphing
but
tent
Ratbeard
because there's
stole
always
Gun's
people who
will.
want to look for new pets.
To help us find Ratbeard, we save Gordon. Must
That'd be
find
interesting if they ever do a
Gordon
new
Hook.
pet update.
So what are you waiting for? Get to it.
It's a very interesting system in this game, and I don't mind grinding my way for it. It's something I don't really need to pay too much attention to. Oh, okay, that's a hybrid. Okay, where the heck is my free redeemable... Ah, here it is. I got 2 pieces of treasure. I got a huge gold pile that I definitely could use for one specific character, and nothing else new. Neat. Yeah, we've talked about that dude before, Alt. Yeah, I think I've had my back and forths and talked to you about the kid who are, or these two in the corner.
Are they autoholics?
Are they what?
Autoholics, when you make a whole bunch of alts. Just,
The kid claims that like he plays with his dad and his dad has the alt accounts and whatnot, and he's able to like use his dad's account. Question mark. Pretty interesting fellow.
you must be dedicated.
Oh, you could say that again. By the way, Alt, if you want to use your channel points to try to catch the Chansey, that's a thing you can do, because those of us on voice call already have a Chansey.
And it costs like a minuscule 200 points.
296, which is actually an Easter egg amount of points, actually, if
It is.
Usually I try my best to like make my channel points revolve around an Easter egg as to why the number is that specific number. I haven't even talked to the NPCs of these guys yet, because the only thing that you do with these rats is that you unlock a new boss, you can farm the new boss, but that's as best as you can get, because the only new things that we get in this game are new bosses to fight. And sure, they drop some stuff that we can use at high levels, but like, the only thing we can challenge ourselves at high levels is ourselves, because if we're not running a dungeon over and over for boss drops that we haven't gotten for over 7 years, which is unfortunately my case, then it's just player versus player, whether it's ranked player versus player, or it's just house party player versus player, or practice player versus player. And player versus player does, well, regardless if it's an MMORPG or a Battlegrounds game like League of Legends and now Pokemon Unite, it's going to incite a lot of abrasiveness and whatever other adjective you want to throw in from a lot of gamers. Anyways, now to relive some nostalgia on this character. The one time where we can actually have some... I actually saw this dungeon done when this game was originally in closed beta, and I saw a video of somebody playing it, and... Did I see a video of somebody playing it like during closed beta or something like that? I don't remember.
Look at that. It's the Santa Oro. The ship Marco Polo took to El Dorado.
The second piece of the map must be on it somewhere.
But I gotta say that Wizard and Pirate, the voice acting is pretty good.
I agree for
Some of the most-
sure. They have like... They've gotten really great talent for the game, even though a lot of the voice actors and actresses have their voices used for a whole lot of other different roles. Because I know one of the lead voice actors for Pirates 101 originally got started in Wizard 101, and then he became a prominent talent for Pirates 101 for a lot of the characters. Twitch TV Grunts. That's a very interesting name you have there, fellow.
Ah, it's a real person.
Credit is due where credit is due, of course. I do applaud people for having really original Twitch names. Let me see if you've been streaming lately. Let's go ahead and see if someone made a clip for you on Pirate 101 or something. Oh, it's another game.
I'm at 60 followers. Whoa, bro. Dude, I increased rapidly.
What game is it?
Looks like
It's
Roblox.
Roblox.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, so as somebody who's been on here for like a few years, just be wary and not let the numbers get to you, because here's what I'll tell you. Let me just get the music back up. Sure, you can get followers, and that can like kind of get Twitch's attention, but the main way you'll get Twitch's attention is if the amount of people who interact with you in chat. And how do you get more people to interact with you? Well, you can always ask your friends on the internet to help you, to like talk with you on Twitch. You can also try your best, because you're not always going to guarantee the networking, but networking is a huge step.
It is.
Find like-minded content creators, find content creators who enjoy the games you play, find content creators who are patient, tolerable, and are very chill, relaxed with the way you talk and interact, because not everyone will be patient with the way you talk, with the way you communicate and interact, even if you apologize, because from some hard lessons, even after I apologize, if I offended somebody, I will not be an acceptable individual by every single content creator on the internet. That's just a hard lesson to be learned, but at the end of the day, the real lesson you learn is that you can't be friends with everybody.
No.
Oh, bother. The way's blocked. Now what do we do?
So yeah, if you want Twitch, like the main algorithm, the systems of this website to get you to get noticed, it's like you literally got to grab some homies and make new friends, make new homies to get you talking in your channel to get you noticed out there.
Hi, how are you?
Oh no, it's all good, Dark. It's all good, Dark. It's understandable. Hope you're having fun regardless. Speaking of which, let's go ahead. We're giving a lot of shout-outs today.
Mm-hmm. You want me to do it?
I got it.
There you go.
It's not Sea of Thieves, but it definitely it is a sailing game, it looks like.
Is it Valheim?
I just saw Thor!
Is that Valheim?
Might be Valheim. I know.
There's Thor!
Oh yeah, it's Valheim.
Valheim is a very interesting game.
Not even raining here.
There you go, Creaker. There's Thor.
I know a lot of people play with their friends together to get it. I'm low-key kind of interested, but also want to keep myself open on other games that I'm interested in as well. And yeah, everybody's always trying to get a better schedule, especially when the pandemic has been affecting a lot of people's schedules lately. So you're not alone in trying to make a better schedule. We're all in that same boat.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of, pun intended.
Mm-hmm.
We could blast our way in. There must be dynamite down here somewhere.
So I played Pirate 101 over and over, Grunts. I just want to hop on one of my older characters, one of my newer characters to see, to just relive some nostalgia and just express some appreciation for what we have. And even if we don't have, like, officially anything new for a while.
I spied a minecart further up the tracks. Quickly, we must put the dynamite in the cart and send it down the tracks.
Because between two accounts, I already have, like, six max characters between 2 accounts. And even if I want to get my fill of a pirate game again, I would prefer to play Sea of Thieves, even if like people can be savage on Sea of Thieves and it's not too PvE friendly oriented, but with friends it's still fun.
Wouldn't it have been simpler to set the dynamite against the rocks ourselves?
Well, perhaps. But it would have had far less dramatic flair.
So I think the reason why I made this character is because I wanted to make a test character to not upgrade a specific companion. Because once you upgrade a specific companion for a story quest, you can't fight the story quest boss again. But if you don't upgrade the companion, you can fight the story quest boss over and over. So I think that was the purpose with this character. And let's see what happens.
That kind of sucks that you can't fight the boss again.
More fun.
Wow, so even if we get in the way of the dynamite, we literally don't take... Wait.
When a plan comes together, it is
He's done.
is it not?
I don't take damage. Interesting. I thought there would be a consequence.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always good to have people to talk to because it's legit difficult when you're going solo. You have nobody to talk to in your ear.
Oh yeah,
I know
absolutely.
people are able to do it,
Mm-hmm.
but they're used to doing it. And at a regular basis, they do have people talking to them. But it's always good to have somebody to talk to. Just to help you out.
If you're putting your voice out there on the platform, you legitimately have to like get used to talking a lot. Like you need to actually, if there's a specific word you can think of, like let's say pineapples, you're gonna start to have like a trigger word of like, oh, pineapples on pizza. Talk about your point of view on pineapples on pizza. Talk about like a discussion or experience you've had with pineapple on pizza, or how about your favorite pineapple recipes, pineapple food. And then when you're done talking about a subject, you gotta like think of another word. Or if you want to nerd out or geek about the game you play, like it even attracts people's attention if like you know what you're doing and you're giving insightful information, and you could say like, oh, fun fact, did you guys know that this and that works in this game and whatnot? So of course you want to pace yourself properly and make sure you take vocal breaks in between so you don't tire yourself out, and always hydrate. But if you're really putting your voice out there with a microphone and whatnot, you do want to get used to like talking so much and knowing what to talk about when there's a specific word or topic that comes to mind. Because at the end of the day, you're at the same time you're also dealing with competition on the platform as well, and everybody can be a talker. It does like lower your chance of standing out if you're like very quiet, unless you're like doing some kind of test or something which you have a specific reason being quiet. I have like nights where I don't turn on my microphone and just do no microphone test as a way to test out a VTubing software. But otherwise, most of the time I just have my microphone on just because people say I have a very specific voice, and
You do.
if I have a very specific voice, then I don't mind turning on my microphone to like express and talk to people with said specific voice. And if you need some kind of practice, one sort of advice slash practice tip I've heard from influencers, actors, fellow content creators is just talk to yourself in the mirror. Because if you want to actually make yourself sound approachable and sound like somebody you would want people to talk to, then look at yourself in the mirror and just talk to yourself and react to yourself. Like, how do you express yourself not just on the microphone, but also as an individual? And if anything, you can always ask, like, your friends and family to, like ask them to see, like, how do I sound? Like, is there a specific, am I talking the right way? Do I not sound offensive? Do you think there's a way I could sound more approachable? Do you think I should do something about my composure, about, like, some of my vocabulary that would make me more friendlier or stuff, more approachable to people? It always helps to have, like, a second opinion from somebody else, because you can't always, like, fix the way you communicate, the way you stand out to others by yourself all the time. Because at the end of the day, Twitch is, and not just Twitch in general, but YouTube gaming, or whoever forbid, if you decide to go Facebook gaming, at the end of the day, it's all a competitive platform where you can't just do it all by yourself. You do need to reach out and, like, find like-minded people and find people who can work with your communications, like, be patient with you the best and be actual real homies for you to help you with your growth. And I've been speaking from, like, a few years of experience, and I still try my best to this very day. And with this new VTubing adventure, and even if VTubing is becoming itself competitive, I still try my best to find pretty amazing new content creators to branch out to, and hopefully build, like, fellow audience members out of. And even if, like, other people's audiences...
Right back, okay?
No problem. Even if other people's audiences are not available, like, 100% of the time, because everybody has a different schedule, everybody tries their best. Everybody has a different schedule, and you can't fault people for not being around, because everybody has different lives to live. There's only so much you can do to, like, keep people's eyes and ears glued to your channel, your content. Because you can have a chat minigame where a bot will host a minigame and people can type in commands to have fun with you. Or this Pokemon I have here on my screen, which people can catch with their channel points. But at the end of the day, it's still all experimental, and there's only so much you can do as a content creator, because you don't want to completely put on a facade to be, like, somebody to have an audience with. There are people who go down that route. If it works for them, it works for them. But if you want to be you at the end of the day, you can still be you, but at the same time, figure out, like, what is it about yourself that you can put yourself out there besides your own voice, and in what way can you improve who you are as a human being while still being yourself and still being your comfort zone, you know? Like, my own voice is my comfort zone. Talking about, like, the topics, the stuff that I'm such a huge nerd about and a geek about is my comfort zone. Playing the games that I do enjoy is my comfort zone. And it all loops back to the part about just networking to find people who work with who you are, what you like, and what you can nerd and geek out about in your comfort zone. Like, I'm an introverted individual myself, but I try my best to, like, at least get my own opinions, my own voice out there to, like, about the stuff that I do enjoy, the stuff I do nerd and geek out about, because I genuinely care about the games that I do enjoy and want them to succeed and improve. So okay. That was a lot for me to say and put on my plate. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Oh, where's the music? Let's put some Assassin's Creed Black Flag, because I did enjoy playing that game. Oh, that's the full soundtrack. Thank you for the hydration, Dark. I do need it. It is very difficult to grow on Twitch. I can speak from wholehearted experience, and trying so many different ways to grow, and after so much time of joining and severing ties with other content creators, because I do know there's people who don't like to communicate with me and are not patient with how I try my best to fit in with them.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, I'll just give you a heads up that there's a new Discord thing going around about some adventure adventure RPG game. People are suggesting people to play.
Ah.
The .exe and hacks your account.
Huh, interesting. Yeah, I just finished talking about, like, my experience and just telling Twitch grunts of, like, how it is to, like, grow on this platform. It's all about finding people who work within your comfort zone of what you like to talk about, how you are as an individual, how you can improve as an individual, what you like to nerd and geek out about, and whatnot, because it's difficult overall. Especially when there's always, like, new people each and every day who want to play their favorite games and find people to network with on this platform, and it really takes, the hard part is that it does take, like, networking with very, very popular content creators to really get yourself out there on the platform. Even if I am, like, network with people who can average over, like, 10 people chatting and whatnot, not every one of those chatters is readily available to be with me either. They could try their best to be, to tell you, I'll still keep your channel open, I just gotta do something in the background. At least they're trying when they tell you that, at least. Just remember that, like, at the end of the day, everybody is their own human being, and not every human being will be acceptable of each other, because that's just how we are as human beings.
You did it! Captain Blood's treasure is ours!
Stop.
Have you got your drops
Stand
yet?
where you are. You're caught, pirate. There will be no escape for you this time.
Your Stream Raider drops?
Let me check. My browser probably stopped me from getting them. Oh shoot, ProZD is online right now. That's pretty cool. Let me just go onto hooks real quick. I thought I got some, but I guess, like, my browser just canceled out the watch time for me. Oh, Hook said that the drops are gone. What drops were there?
The drops was... There was the Saint, there was a Autumn Warrior skin, and that's it. Nothing that's... The Saint Scrolls, some keys, and a Autumn Warrior skin. That's it. Nothing like Mage Scrolls, nothing.
Obsidian Trumpet has been connected. Let's see here. All campaigns. Alright, so it finished. Yeah, Saint Scrolls, and Autumn, Summer. Yeah, it's okay. I'll still just grind for those.
You still got them or no?
It says that I put in hours to watching somebody getting the prize. I just haven't started watching since Thursday.
Yeah, if you ever need stuff like that, just hang on Hooks' live stream if you can. He's live stream about 24/7.
There we go. That's gonna be a new one for the day. Ah, dang it.
Kane seems to think you're a grave risk to his
Let
plans.
me try.
I shall be proud to prove him wrong.
Let's see. Les, do you want to go again?
I'm on a cooldown. But you can go ahead and try
12
with the next
seconds.
Pokeball.
Okay. And
I suppose I owe you my
Oh,
thanks,
we got it.
pirate. In return, I give you my solemn pledge that your end shall be swift and painless.
when the cooldown's
Destroy
over, you can
them.
try capturing it.
Oh yeah, the battlefield has been this large before.
Yes, my friend.
At your command. I am not afraid now.
And for anybody who's new watching, I know how to play this game. As I said, I've had 6 characters maxed out. I'm just replaying this new character just for nostalgia and just for keeping a story quest boss open. Oh, the cannon fires that. Oh, I hit the wrong cannon then. Shoot.
Must be cannon fodder. Yeah, somebody asks you to play their game, and you don't know they've been, working on something. Don't download it. Heads up, because a developer of 100% orange juice, his account was hacked too,
Ah.
and doing the same thing.
When Pirate 101 made Sharknado before the Sharknado movie became a thing. It's quite the genius idea.
Like fringe, but okay.
Oh, that's what the cannon is for. I thought it would blow up the barrels. I guess not.
How about you try getting the Pokemon Grunt?
Grunt may not. Well, I think Grunt has the channel points, but they're probably wouldn't want to save them up. Considering when people do follow, they don't.
They get channel points if they follow?
Yeah, they get channel points, but you get the starting amount of channel points.
Is
Which
that
is like
300 or 500?
around 300, I suppose. Which is around the same amount as like the unlock a random emote that I have.
For 12 hours, right?
Oh yeah.
For 24 hours, not 12 hours.
There you go.
But I'm happy a lot of people got rid of their loyalty point things if they have channel points. Because it's kind of redundant having that.
Yeah, I want to like convert my loyalty point redemptions that people had to like channel points, but the problem is nobody made a script. Nobody made a thing to actually collect everybody's individual channel points results in a spreadsheet. So the only way you could do it is manually, and that takes like who knows how much time that will take, which is unfortunately.
What now?
Does that guy have hope? No, if I cross him, I can actually make it. Oh, this is not fair. There we go.
But if you ever want a voice chat, give me a message.
Oh yeah, definitely. Today was like one of those occasions where I just want to try this out, and kind of also waiting on Dark Sinister to be available so I can test it out for him too, because the times that we play Sea of Thieves together, I haven't thought of like putting in a talking PNG for him. I've had one ready, but we just haven't like gotten it working yet.
Too complicated?
It's not too complicated, it's just that we haven't had the opportunity to like have it set and ready.
Okay. That is a very interesting question.
My overall favorite class? Oh, there goes Merciless. I don't know. I don't exactly have a specific favorite. Because I find like there's pros and cons for each and every single one of the classes in this game. I can actually... Perfect, okay. My least favorite, I would say, would be Witch Doctor, because it's just... Witch Doctor tries to be a jack-of-all-trades kind of class.
That's a master of none.
Yeah. It's not good in range, it's not good at being offensive, it's just... It tries really, really hard to be its own unique thing. Yeah, both of those classes are pretty straightforward. One is just straight up trap setter ranged, and the other is pure hardcore melee. Oh, resist. Interesting. I think it's because my pet is high leveled.
Maybe.
Ooh, that turn the tide is gonna work in my favor. Still would have liked they made more Armada-themed cosmetics. They have like incomplete set pieces and whoa, okay. And down goes the boss because I'm the most OP unit on the field.
You have mighty enemies, my friend. Who was that?
Oh yeah, they did make the Armada companions. I think they're pretty good, although I feel like their talent pool... Epic pool leaves something to be desired for like a couple of them.
Deacon, a mighty agent of the Armada. He placed me and the captain in chains. But now we have our vengeance.
That line is missing, but now we have our vengeance.
He was at Boot Hill too. I think the Duck of Death was working for him. The Armada's a lot closer on our heels than we thought.
Enough of that. Let's search the ship.
Those chests there, they must hold Captain Blood's treasure.
Oh, I also remember why I made this character is because the first farmable instance of Moo Manchu gets deleted if you turn in the quest right away. But unfortunately, I won't be getting to Moo Manchu until who knows when I'll decide to get to Moo Manchu on this character. Because I play too many other games. I would have a set schedule for this week, but it's a mess this week, unfortunately.
Can't say I'm impressed by the size of Captain Bud's treasure. Where's all of Marco Polo's gold?
Don't you see? Captain Blood stole Marco Polo's gold. The name of the ship, Santo Oro, means holy gold. The ship is Pollo's treasure.
What? That ain't fair.
It could be worse. Water moles might have thrown all the gold in a volcano.
Arr, I oughta...
Ah, I found the Santo Oro's bottle. The ship is ours. She is very old, but she'll still fly. Why, there's even a green windstone. Mushu will only allow native ships through the storm gate, remember? At last, Captain, I can go home.
Aha! Here's the second piece of Marco Polo's map.
It be Pollo's map for certain. This be the true treasure here. We now be one step closer to El Dorado. But how we find the next piece?
Maybe.
There's another thing here too. A strange picture.
That's a photograph, you silly girl. Were you born in a barn?
I think like a sad part is that in order for Pirate 101 to gain some level of traction is that you need a Wizard 101 influencer to play it. And that's only happened on special Blue Moon occasions because Wizard 101 obviously is the more popular 101 game. And if any Wizard 101 influencer plays it, then of course you're going to have people who will talk to them and be like, oh, I played this game before. Oh, I know how to play the game. You should actually play the game this way. Anybody else who tries to grow with Pirate 101 on Twitch or maybe YouTube, I feel like YouTube videos kind of get somewhere, but if there's not really much of anything new, not even like Blaze Lifehammer would put out a video for Pirate if there's nothing relatively anything he can like post a video on.
I mean, what you need to do is if it was a crossover.
And they've only had like one in Wizard 101 so far, but they haven't had really much of any in Pirate 101 except for one specific character, and that's it. But even then, the one specific character is only a brief interaction without spoiling anything else for anybody who doesn't know the story at the moment.
So,
Awesome Sauces Are Hope. Probably, like, I've seen him play the game before, and he's gotten a hand of it. He's not, like, the worst player by any means. I've seen, like, players who play not as optimal, but he's pretty decent, I would say. I think no matter what, in whatever game, there's always people who are looking to get carried. There's always people who are just don't completely know what to do and are looking to find experts to help them no matter what. And it's not just a Pirate 101 thing too. Like, you could probably get people who ask to get carried in Valorant, people who ask to get carried in League, people who ask to get carried in Overwatch or Apex Legends or Forknife or any other like very popular online game. That's even more popular than the 101 games. Even MMORPGs always have people who ask to get carried as well, and I'm sure Kiba can also speak from experience. And that's totally understandable, Grunt. Totally understandable. If you do enjoy the game, and you don't mind, like, being a mentor figure for people who aren't playing the game and you want them to enjoy the game as much as you are, then that's totally fine. Totally.
And like I myself, I play Adventure Quest 3D. I enjoy it, even there's not much for me to do. I enjoy it more than I play any other MMOs. I enjoy it more than Warcraft. I enjoy it more than Warframe. I enjoy it more than Mabby. I enjoy it more than any game I have on my library.
Oh yeah, of course. When you're playing through AQ3D, have you like, at what points in the game do you notice there's like a greater amount of people who are asking for help, asking to get the quote-unquote being carried? Is like the beginning of the game, the middle of the game, or like towards the late game when it comes to late game farming?
Okay. The most difficult part is when people ask to be carried in Adventure Quest 3D is, I gotta say, Asphalt.
The part where there's all the dragons and whatnot.
Dragons, volcano, and all that. The problem is, if you're not enough geared, it's kind of there. If you're not enough geared, and they've been carried all the way there, because they had to handle the fight between Arkeloth, or the boss, at the end of it.
That's true, yeah. I feel like
And
there's
that-
like a...
Mhm.
I think for a bunch of players, this didn't happen to me, but I feel like between the previous areas, like this was pre-revamp of, what was the revamped area again?
Heartwood.
Before the revamped Heartwood, it felt like a learning curve between the
It was
previous areas in
difficult. I remember going to
Ashfall.
Heartwood first and dying fast.
Oh yeah, no problem, Grunts. Take care of what you gotta do.
It's Marco Boyo and his crew in
But
El Dorado.
that is any
That
game.
woman, I know
Most
that
of games
face. Captain, that's your
want you to be
mother.
able to handle
May she
yourself
rest in peace.
once you're at a certain point.
What?
If you can't handle yourself some battles, then can you even play the game?
Yeah. I won't say who the specific individual is, but I remember from another Discord server, someone wanted to be like a meme character, and they were trying too hard, but at the point where they literally can't get anything done because what they're doing just doesn't work to get them progressing in the game, that they ended up getting carried. And that's not the individual asking for help, it's just that he's not really doing any favors for himself for trying so hard and not be fully prepared for what AQ3D had going for him, and so he can't really get anywhere because he himself is choosing to handicap himself irresponsibly and unapologetically. Like, until the end, he just admits his own mistake.
And if you play a game, there's people that want to play it seriously, and there's people that want to boost themselves through the game and don't care about the story and don't know how to control the character.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like if Final Fantasy 14, if you boost yourself as a black mage, you pretty much mess yourself up because you won't be able to control the black mage very well unless you take the steps to leveling up through it. It's pretty much if you boost yourself with black mage, you're pretty much going planes. You use a 6 shift on a semi without even knowing how to use a 6 shift. So, but I encounter people with meme play style, and they don't get nowhere in games. You agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Because they get carried. Sure, you can carry somebody, but it gets to a point where they actually have to get gear and actually defend themselves. They're not always will be there, so.
Yeah, absolutely. Because at the end of the day, like, everybody has their own lives to live and are always there to help you. Because at the end of the day, you'll have to like teach yourself and learn on your own accord how to like get through a game that lots of people play. Because I remember there was like another case on the other game, the main game that I play, Genshin Impact, and where somebody said, "Oh, my friends don't want to play with me because they quote unquote said I'm too baby," And I can't completely fault the person for, or fault their friends for not wanting to play with the person. It's just that the person themselves, if they can acknowledge it and just figure things out for themselves, like figure out how to play the game, because their friends not only are not there all the time for the individual, but they see it in the individual that they lack it in themselves to properly learn how to play alongside their friends and not be a handicap to them if they were to play together. And because the individual's friends saw how this person interacts, how this person isn't able to keep up with them, I can understand their point of view. But so, like, but also at the same time, I kind of can understand, like, why they choose to, like, not want to play with the person at the same time. So I do feel bad, but at the end of the day, you still gotta learn how to, like, teach yourself how the game works and read the fine text if there's important details to be read in text in the game. Like, sure, you can skip over NPC dialogues and whatnot, but if a piece of gear, or a character, or a skill has specific details that can help you to do well in combat, or a dungeon has a mechanic or two that you should follow to get through it, then you gotta learn to, like, follow the text and follow what the game gives you.
I didn't know. Nobody ever tells me anything. But these others, they might help us find the rest of the map. If any of them are still alive.
But who are they, and where do we find them?
That historian back in Cooper's Roost. Argylston. Maybe he knows who they are.
Well, let's get to it then. Bottle up that ship and we'll be out of here.
After getting this ship, I'll be done with Cool Ranch on this character.
Look at that! A new ship, Captain. Your best yet.
So sometimes it's in part to the game design if it wasn't clear to a new player how they should play the game, but sometimes it's on the player themselves that they have to, like, self-teach themselves with what the game gives them. And part of the unfortunately, in regarding to game design, this is something that KingsIsle suffers from on this game, is that they don't give enough tutorial for new players. And veteran players needed to figure out themselves how the stats work in this game, because the game literally does not tell you unless you mouse over the information on the character screen. So if I want to actually learn, like, what stat does my class benefit the best, I have to go to my character screen, mouse over the main stats, and then it will tell me, oh, every 5 points of yada 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 adds this amount to the damage multiplier. Or if I want to learn how to make my deck work, even though there's, like, friendly pictures to tell you, you still have to, like, look over the icons and just mouse over, like, what the heck do each of the sub-icons mean. The game literally does not have, like, proper tutorials. Like, Wizard 101 has very extensive tutorial quests to, like, give to new players, which is unfortunate. But that's on the game design in comparison to somebody who has to self-teach themselves with what the game gives them. And again, it's just very unfortunate. Because I always have, like, a lot of constructive criticism and comments on game design, like, details that I feel like should be brushed up on and can always be worked upon. And sure, I may sound very abrasive, because I know I'm a very abrasive, gatekeeping, ruthless person when I'm providing criticism sometimes, but it's only because I genuinely care about, like, the games that I'm playing, and I do want people to succeed in the games that I do enjoy.
We all do.
That is definitely not an Eevee.
Eevee turned to Tootsie Can you get to water Eevee?
Oh no, it got out for me.
Let me see if I can get to water Eevee. That is weird sometimes when it does that.
Yeah, it's very complex coding, and, like, the amount of time it took for me to set that up before I started up my first test stream to make it work is very intriguing for the most part as well. But it works, and it's pretty fun to do. I didn't realize how loud the sound would be until I played back the video with the audio. And then I realized how loud it is overall.
Can you crank it down some?
I cranked it down to like negative 15 decibels. When I cranked the audio down to like negative 12 decibels, it still sounded slightly loud. I feel like it's kind of okay at this point, not overbearing on the game audio versus microphone audio, because if you're projecting your voice as part of the audio system of your overlay, you want your voice to be like the loudest source, and make sure that your game audio and the audio of everything else is not as loud, not overpowering over your own voice, but just loud enough.
Am I coming in clear for you?
Wait, what happened?
Am I coming in clear for you?
Yeah, you're fine. You're around the same level as me, because adjusting Discord volume is a separate source of audio.
Okay.
That's one of the things.
My voice is not too much of a bearing voice.
No, it's okay. It's just that like adjusting audio is just a hassle that everybody has to put up with. I almost forgot how the quest menu works in this game. Let's see here.
That's not good.
There's one quest I remember I need to complete. Did I? Agree. Oh, I have to go into that one location.
The customers are on the way, so you better get going. Ugh, I don't need a bunch of angry customers hanging around my store.
Let's turn on the in-game music to appreciate it a little bit. Whenever I talk, the dialogue is louder than me. You could try to toggle the master volume. You could also try to toggle the dialogue volume. The only other thing you could try is, so if you go into your sound settings on the computer, you right-click the sound icon and select volume mixer. You can adjust the game audio that way too, with the volume mixer for Windows.
Mm-hmm. Let's try around until you figure out something good. Takes a while, but you get the hang of it.
And if you want, like, and the streaming software has an overall desktop audio option in which you can adjust the amount of decibels that's being put out with your overall desktop audio.
What's up?
No, I just found the quest that I need to do to unlock a specific area. There's like, every world in the one-on-one games has this collectible quest by this NPC that's like, oh, I want you to like in your journey around this world map, find these collectibles that I need you to turn into me for, and it turns out one of those collectibles is unlocked behind a side quest locked dungeon, which is not really a good design decision. Because if not many people are doing the side quests, then they're not going to finish that collectible quest in Cool Ranch. I'm gonna be right back real quick, just need to grab more water and use the restroom. Overall, the body of players in Pirate 101 is just, not prevalent on Twitch so much, even though there is a following on this game.
Back.
Yeah, I'm back as well. And what you could do, Grunts, is that, whatchamacallit, if you're not affiliate yet, you can, like, dual stream on YouTube and Twitch. So that way, with YouTube, you can't be able to archive stuff on YouTube first. And then when you get affiliate on Twitch, you can be able to save your videos, make highlights of them. And if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can link Amazon Prime so you can have your archives for a couple of months. I don't have everything from my past few years of history of Twitch archived because I was working at the same time and I wasn't able to completely archive everything, even my major unboxing stream. But I did an unboxing on one of my birthday streams, so that's saved at least. And that's what I did at first too, is just go do both Twitch and YouTube, even though I can't focus on both chats at the same time. But also at the same time, I, whatchamacallit, Pirate 101 was the game that got me Twitch affiliated in the first place. Because it is an easy game to get affiliate for with the amount of people who will interact with you about Pirate 101 that can still come and go. But it's consistent enough to get you to become a Twitch affiliate. But it's not a game for you to push to Twitch partner, unlike Wizard 101. And I don't know if anybody can get to become Twitch partner with Wizard 101, or be an official content creator with Wizard 101 nowadays as it has been before, but it's just definitely not the case for Pirate 101 as of right now.
That is true. I'm sorry to say it, but that is true.
Because once you get to Twitch affiliate, not only are you going to want to play the games that a lot of people will be on the bandwagon for, but also want to network with content creators with another pretty popular, famous game that you can resonate with. Oh yeah, take your time with that. Always gotta take time with graphics nowadays.
Ah, we meet again. I hear you made out well in your search for El Toro. Did you find Captain Blood's lair? You did. Astounding! Oh, what a find! The Santo Oro, Marco Pollo's second ship from Mushu. Her name means sacred gold. Interesting. The markings on this map are also from Mushu, some form of Buddhist mysticism. You'd need to go to Mushu to translate them. This photograph is fascinating. Ah, there's Pollo himself. I don't recognize the others. I'm afraid I'm rather weak at nautical history.
Avery might know. Looks like we're headed home to Skull Island.
I just wanted to hear this character's voice acting again.
Oh, my poor friend Huck Sawyer. He'll tell you the whole story. Go speak with him.
Of course, that's the same veteran voice actor of King's Isle.
He's no longer works at King Isle?
I think he still does. He lent his voice to a resurfaced boss that they let us fight at the end game. So he still works with them. And he also plays different characters for King's Isle as well. And there's the usual people in Avery's Court, the hub of the place.
Everybody goes.
Mm-hmm. There's nothing else much left to do but socialize.
Socialize and show
Back
off your
from
gear.
Cool Ranch, I see. Did you
Or
find
stats
Clark's
or
piece of
whatever,
the map?
you know.
Oh, what did you say, Kiba?
It's socialize and show off your stuff.
Oh, that's true. Complete and utter bust at the end of this. Sorry to hear about that, Dark. It'd be like that sometimes. It's been like that for my last sessions of Sea of Thieves on, whatchamacallit. Every time I log into the game. I still can't believe that when I decide to sail solo, I still got away with a bunch of treasure. And someone tried to steal from me, but I had nothing left to steal but a tea crate that the person didn't want.
Save the tea. Save the world.
Can't separate a Kinoko from his fine tea.
Or the spiffing Brit.
Oh, yeah.
Aye, we did. And trouble, too. The Armada was there and almost took it from us.
Oh, then it's as I feared. We're not on a search for Marco Pollo's map. We're in a race. You keep the pieces. The Armada won't find it on the move. Sadly, now that we have guns and Pollo's pieces of the map, I don't know where to look for the next one.
Here, show him the photograph.
What's this, a photograph? I know these faces. So young. Erica the Red, Egg Foo Young, even Catbeard. I wonder if Clark and Pollo each had a piece. These pirates must have the rest. 7 pirates, 7 pieces. Now we know where to look.
Salutations, pirate. I hear you have much potential. Come see me. You have much to learn.
I have a new lesson to teach you, Buccaneer. Come learn it. Or are you afraid?
So, Catbeard has a piece of the map. Egg Foo Young, too. Proposition. I'll talk to Catbeard. You go on to Mushu. We'll get 2 pieces at once.
Wait, they legit had to, like... Oh my goodness sakes. That's dirty of them to do.
There's a storm gate to Mushu near Port Regal.
Pirates
Egg
of the
Foo
Pirates.
Young is the pirate lord of Mushu. I'll wager he holds the next piece of Marco Pollo's map. The samurai won't let any but their own ships through the gate. The Santa
You know, for
Oro's
me,
a Mushu skiff.
I kind of wish there
You've
was
got a golden ticket.
Sea of Thieves, but there's a PvE mode.
Yeah, that's what I've been, like, wondering as well, because the tutorial felt pretty nice and calming for a PvE kind of environment, and I wouldn't mind, like, just fighting ghost ships as practice on my own little sloop.
I mean, have it where all players there, but make it PvE mode.
Yeah,
Or
it's
make
fine.
it so if you want PvP, it'd be a trigger you can turn on and off.
Oh yeah, Dark, do you want to, like, hop in the voice call so I can test something real quick?
Yeah,
and
Dark.
also view so we can like catch up and stuff. Yeah, that's understandable. I say, like, you can people can try Sea of Thieves at least once, but I would recommend to try with like a friend who is experienced with the game, and if they like it or not, they could choose to stay committed to it or just stay like partly committed to it, like I am, because I don't play it often, but when I do play it, I don't mind playing it. I think one of these days I should try and I feel like Dagger has a hand in what he's doing, and so is Corin when they play together. I feel like I should play with them sometimes.
Yeah, Dagger plays the game mostly on a regular basis.
Oh, absolutely. Whenever he's on Twitch, I do see him online a lot on the Seas of Thieves.
Mm-hmm.
Egg is not an easy bird to find, but I know someone who can help. Zhu Rou, proprietor of a reputable tea house in the trade port of Hamamitsu. Hamamitsu is the only port foreigners can visit. Going anywhere else is trespassing, punishable by death. Good luck, pirate. Find Zhu Rou, he'll help.
Hello, Dark.
Let me see if I still have this working. I think I do.
I think Dark is muted right now.
Oh, it's all good. I'm just looking to see if on OBS if I have a thing for. Oh, right, I do. If the code is not working, then I just have to set it up. This might be outdated, so I'm gonna go ahead and make sure it's up to date. Maybe the code changed, that's what happened.
Can that happen?
Okay, let's see. The URL should be updated. Maybe I just gotta redo the whole code for the image. For some reason, the user who made like the whole image generator is removed his YouTube channel and everything else for some strange reason. I have no idea why.
But I think they still live stream.
Their last time they did that was 6 months ago on Twitch. They're probably still active in their own like Discord and whatnot. Just
You don't pretty much need a video how to do it because that video that points you that direction tells you everything.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He still maintains his website for some reason, even though you still have to pay a hosting service to maintain a website.
Well, maybe he enjoys people going to the website and join this program he made. So,
Quite possible, yeah. Okay, yeah, I just have to like redo the code apparently. Oh, now it decides to work.
there it goes.
I just gotta make sure that the name thing is updated as well, because the way mine was set up is that mine did not have the hide names code.
You just gotta unmute your mic. It won't work.
I'll just put her somewhere over here.
That'd be reasonable.
Yeah, you just have to like speak into it to make it work.
Mm-hmm.
What's the source that I have that's manageable? That's open. Oh, the game capture.
And you got my sources from the blanket from when I uploaded to your channel messaging, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You might want to maybe put it in that one site where everything's at, where it won't get lost. I don't know. Aw.
Flip horizontal. Yeah, it actually works if it's flipped over. Nice. because there's no... Yeah, there's literally no, whatchamacallit, no uneven symmetry when it's toothless.
Yeah, it works.
Alright, let me see if I can put your avatar over, just to make sure that there's enough visual stuff from the game and from everybody else. Okay, I think that should be good enough. Wait. Oh, that's interesting.
What's up?
Apparently, the edges of Dark's thing have an extra gap that's touching OBS for some reason. I just had to lower the character a little bit.
Okay. I'm gonna catch it if I catch this world turtle. In 22 seconds.
It's actually crazy that you did that, Miltendo.
Hey, Dark.
Oh, hold on a second. Let me just do a volume check.
Okay.
Yeah, I've had that ready for a while, for a long time, like during any times we would do Sea of Thieves together.
That's actually crazy.
Mm-hmm. I've had it for like at least a year now. We just haven't used it.
Oh my god.
Do you have to separate a source for each person?
Yeah, I've had to separate a source for each person.
That is actually crazy, dude.
Yep, you're welcome. I didn't realize I could get a quest weapon that actually is better than my current weapon.
What?
Neat.
Are you legit joshing us? You got a good quest weapon? That's a first in MMOs.
Yeah, I purchased a weapon before that I thought could help me at... Huh. And it's the same level as the weapon I had before. Interesting.
Ooh.
Guess I gotta sell it.
Is it better with anyway, or just
better in damage. In terms of appearance, it's okay.
Does Pirate 1 have a cosmetic?
We have to actually use our currents, the buy with real money currency in order to stitch something. Unlike AQ3D, where you can just make something look like something else. That's like... the system AQ3D would be equivalent to using Dragon Crystals to do what AQ3D already does.
Ooh,
but that's what Pyro 101 is doing.
If Adventure Quest 3D used Dragon Crystals for every single cosmetic, that'd be so... Ooh, I won't play the game anymore.
Yeah, this is kind of what I wish the 101 games have, in which we could just, like, have a free method of just putting, like, still using stat gear, but make it look like other gear that we want it to look like. That's what I like about AQ3D, but again, it's just all cosmetics at the end of the day.
You have come.
Same with Fantasy Star, I think
it is time for a new lesson.
Yeah, absolutely.
Prepare yourself.
So did you actually draw that?
Oh no, I just took an image from the internet and just photoshopped the heck out of it.
Oh wow.
There we go. Now my
I can probably
pirates.
guess which one too.
Just lower you a little bit. You're popping out a little for some reason. There we go.
There you go. Yeah, his dragon body is popping.
Being a little bit too excited. Yep.
Down toothless.
I mean, I would be too if I was a talking toothless.
I do like the PNG.
Oh, absolutely. A lot of people do. It's a pretty great way to get started to the VTubing scene. There's Robert the Privateer. He's been getting into Twitch streaming as well. Let's see. Oh, Dark has a... what were you going to say, Kiva?
I going? Don't you say about Dark?
No, I was just going to ask if Talk Like a Pirate Day has been of any significance to Dark. Besides being on Sea of Thieves.
It comes and goes. It's just one of those things.
You know, by a famous quote, by a famous MMO MMO player, the person that loves the game the most will tell you the most thing about the game.
Hmm.
In other words, if you the person that plays the game the most will know more about the good stuff and the bad stuff of the game, but they'll think about the bad stuff the most because it's more impressionable.
True.
I think Strife Hayes said that.
Yeah, yeah. I've watched a lot of content from Josh Strife Hayes like every now and then. Oh shoot, let me go ahead and get that battle started. Let's see, what else do I want to do besides... I should learn some new stuff for everything else coming up. Late Storm 3, that's gonna come in handy. There's a bunch of different units, but not like specific. I'll just use that buff for now. Do I want elusive too? I'll think about it later. So I should go back to my house storage to find the things that I need next. Let's see, level 4. Do I have any level 40 gear? I would hope I do.
No, dude, but Sea of Thieves is getting more toxic by the day, and I'm starting to run into those kind of people a lot now.
Yeah, a lot of online games have their own toxic communities. I'm really sorry to hear that you had to go through some stuff.
So I might have to step back from Sea of Thieves for a while again.
It's always nice to take a break every once in a while.
Well, I was waiting for the new update to come out, and then I would play some more. Then everyone wants to ask me if I want to play, and I'm just like, since it's Talk Like a Pirate Day, sure. I mean, I guess it's just tradition, I guess.
Which is understandable, yeah, because if it's not Sea of Thieves, then there'll be people who want to be on this Pirate 101 game that I'm on at the moment.
Yeah, Pirate 101 or maybe Black Lake again.
Or some people... Yeah, the Pirates of the Caribbean game. There would also be people playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag for nostalgia.
Yeah.
The heck do I want to do here?
Definitely want to go back to Black Flag eventually.
Same here, one of these days. Oh, great, I have to, like, pay money to reset a companion.
I think I've beaten all the legendary ships. That, and I reset all my progress because I factory reset, so...
So it doesn't save your progress in the servers?
No, it's not saving the progress on the server, so I have to manually go back and do it all again.
That's down. What? That's nasty.
Yeah. Trust me, it's not too much fun.
And I heard the whole Jack Sparrow quest line had a bad bug, and it has a chance you have to do the whole thing again if it bugs out.
Oh, on Sea of Thieves?
Yeah, when he had to look for his watch or compass or whatever, the compass, and if it didn't work, he had to actually do the whole setting again to pick it up.
Yeah.
And a lot of people didn't decide to stream it because they streamed it usually. Sometimes it can happen, and they had to do the whole thing again.
Listen to this.
Yeah,
An old friend is
I
looking
definitely know
for us.
that.
Who? It's a secret. I'll tell you in the tavern.
Ooh, I can promote my sloth buccaneer at some point.
That's nice.
Oh, I can't promote yet because that's gonna take too much effort. Base armored attack 2. Does her healing scale off of? No, her healing doesn't scale off of anything. It's like Fire Emblem all over again with leveling up units.
At least they don't. At least if they die, they don't die forever.
That's actually an optional mode you can choose in the Fire Emblem games. Usually that's like the most difficulty on Fire Emblem
I think
games
at one
traditionally.
time, it actually was a standard. You know, you couldn't turn it off. I think.
Yeah, in the original Fire Emblem games, that was the standard in which, like, if your units die, they die forever. Which is very rough, and now, thankfully, it's optional right now for the current Fire Emblem games.
Same time, I kind of like it because you don't want your character to die. So you try the best to keep you alive, no matter what.
Oh, absolutely, I agree. Oh, damn it, the water turtle got out.
All better now? Good.
Yeah,
Thank you.
please.
Bye now.
Is flaying random or it's a set?
Is what random?
Running away, because that's every 3 times.
It feels like it's set after like 3 Pokeballs, and then afterwards it's just, yeah, they just run away like so. And then they will reappear whenever they choose to reappear.
Sometimes it takes forever. Sometimes it doesn't.
Absolutely. The only other prevalent time that people would play Pirate 101 is like next month, because October is always the birthday of Pirate 101. It's always because it was when the game was released and Halloween is going on. They expect something big and major when it's only just decorations most of the time. And when they try to focus on broadcasting the game, making content for the game, and they only do like 1 broadcast per month. It's just not much they do for it. Besides the developers just re-experiencing the game again after not like playing it for so long because they're focused more so on Wizard 101. Wait a minute. Is my current ship better than the... Yeah, it is better. also trying to give like enough game time to Pirate today just so that my energy and anything else in Genshin Impact can refill, and hopefully some fish can restore itself, because the refresh time of 3 days on the fishes is just quite some time.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, in comparison to Stardew Valley, where we can fish wherever, whenever, at different times and different seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the only thing relatively similar with Genshin Impact is the fishing mechanic itself, but the refresh time is just...
Surprised it's not on the 24-hour clock, like most stuff. You know?
Yeah, I won't lie, it's kind of abysmal to like wait 3 days to get new fish if it's not a fishing event like the one I've been farming for the past few days just to get a specific weapon upgraded. Sure, it's a relaxing thing to do, but yeah, the refresh time is just unbelievable. And of course I can tolerate the fact that it's also like mostly a mobile game first, and things do need to refresh in a mobile game, but even still.
Right now I'm just working on my Minecraft mod pack as I'm talking with you.
Oh, nice. Dark also plays some Minecraft.
It's based in the Dragon Quest universe, if you can't tell.
Ah, cool. Wow, both of my ship attacks missed. That's amazing.
Look at this major excitement.
Oh yeah, I am totally excited.
Did this ever have a lag spike for you?
I think what really should be done, like the only active thing I can do as while we're doing the ship attacks, or anybody can do, is just collect these tokens on the ship's deck to clear any traps if the enemies decide to board your ship. Otherwise, if we're still like homing the wheel, I feel like dynamic camera angles can really help to elevate the ship combat. Because like when you're doing ship combat in Sea of Thieves, you're in the moment and stuff. In Pirate 101, you're just staring at two ships firing back and forth with cannonballs and Wizard 101 spells.
You know, that's what actually was got me interested in Wizard 101, was because of the Wizard 101. They put so much money into the marketing when it first was out.
Oh yeah.
Now there's hardly nothing. Now there's the only thing there is the advertising that pops up on someone else. Like, you should be playing Wizard 101 today.
Nobody has made YouTube videos on the advertisement yet. I have that project on the back burner because I'm not really so sure like what I should say in regards to the like what kind of commentary I can provide with the Twitch ads they've had when I recorded the footage of the advertisements on Twitch.
There is someone made a documentary about the history of Wizard 101.
Yeah, from Amazon. For like it's like an Amazon series, and the person who's like creator.
4 episodes, I think.
Yeah, the person who's the creator of the project followed me on Twitter, and I'm not so sure what he needs to follow me for, considering I'm a pirate. I played more Pirates 101 than Wizard 101. Last time I tried to go back onto Wizard 101, it's just going into a dungeon that I needed to farm for so long. It just prompted memories of why I just left the game entirely. And even if I can like reset a boss to farm for the gear again, I just don't get exactly what I need. And the fact that I need like that there's no fast combat in Wizard 101, and because of the way the turn-based combat is set up, it takes like at least an hour 30 minutes to like a long time out of my own day just to do some constant grinding, and the experience wearing out for me is just not fun for me in general.
Yeah, that sucks right there. How slow that is. I like Wizard 101. It has nice some animations and all for the spells, but it gets slow. It's slow.
It does.
I know it's like a card game, but still, it needs a spoon for speed up button or something. You okay?
Yeah, I just need to drink some water.
That's a cool Pokemon. I'm trying to catch it. So do you have to add every single Pokemon yourself to it, or what?
The plugin adds in all the Kanto Pokemon. Hey, Nautical level 39.
Are you there, Dirk?
Oh, he's probably multitasking or something.
Probably.
Me?
Oh,
Yeah,
there you are.
yeah. Keep us just checking if you're there.
I can do okay.
Right now, there's about 50 people yelling in my ear right now.
Oh no, what are they yelling in your ear about?
I don't know.
Being yelled at is part of communications now, unfortunately.
Why is the rum gone?
Why is the rum going?
It's me. Well, the ship... Wow, you decided to heal? Nope. That last cannibal got to you first, buddy. This is kind of a funny moment when that happens. In one split second before the heal just reaches the enemy ship, the cannonball just strikes first.
No Machamp.
Yeah, right now a lot of people are yelling.
You on Discord?
No, in the game that I'm playing.
What game you playing? VR chat?
Yeah.
Ah.
I can guess. You said a lot of people like. Let's play
Like
VR chat.
50 people yelling.
Speaking of people, let's see how many people are there for... Oh my.
Ooh.
I'm looking at how Pyre 101 is doing on Twitch, and it's, not really well, unfortunately. Make you want to renew my subscription, my dude? Hey, Nova. I mean, at the end of the day, that's
Hey,
up to
Nova.
you. I'm just playing Pirate today for the sake of Talk Like a Pirate
So,
Day.
I do have an interesting question. What happens if you're playing Pirate 101 and your subscription runs out, but you're in a area you haven't paid for yet? You know. So do you get?
You get sent back to the hub.
No.
Yeah, that's what happens.
So even during mid-story, even mid-story, you get kicked out back in the hub.
You just get sent back to the hub.
That sucks.
Yeah. I mean, where did you last leave off, Nova? If you need help in the game, I can, like, help me. You could just hit me up on Discord. I have like 6 max characters already. I believe in Ooh, Marleybone's actually a pretty good bookmark.
And Nintendo will be happy to help you have it. You know. He has the game pretty much complete.
More than once. Just, it's not complete for me because I don't have the near to impossible drops that people have been farming for. And for me, that's like a 7-year thing since 2014, unfortunately.
Have you? Yeah, looking for a drop sometimes is a good thing, sometimes is a bad thing.
Yeah, and that's 7 years of farming the same dungeon over and over again for those specific drops, on top of using some of the paid currency to redo the the loot table, because we have a second chance chest in which we can use the paid with money currency to try to force it to like give us what we want, but that's never happened for me. Like, not for the specific drops I want.
So you can rerun? Can you rerun the dungeon multiple times, or only once a day?
With a glitch, you can rerun specific dungeons.
And they haven't fixed that yet. So
which people are taking advantage of, but it can work in people's favors because
I gotta say, if the item is so hard to drop, and they don't allow people to do a dungeon by default, that's kind of strange, right?
Yeah, I agree. And it's not as quick as like AQ3D, where you just like go into a dungeon, go through specific floors and puzzles, fight the final boss, and just rinse and repeat. Because the turn-based combat, it just takes a bunch of time. Let's see, I tend to do all the side quests, then move on to the next one. That's understandable. Like, people do that. I've done that as well. I'm currently working on a side quest right now because I want to finish a side quest where I need a training point, and the last training point collectible is in a side quest locked dungeon.
And you must complete the side quest. Get to the dungeon.
Yeah, which is unfortunate.
Well, at least you don't have to pay for it.
This account has the areas paid for already because I have like 2 accounts in which I try a subscription with one account, then I do paid with the other account. The other account actually has some areas paid because those would be areas I need to farm a lot on, and if people want to farm the areas, I just purchase them.
Can you unlock them in-game? Or no?
Can't unlock the areas past the first part unless they unless it's paid for, and unfortunately in Pyre 101 they nerfed the original starting zones. So the part where I stopped at the paywall is now locked behind a new paywall as of maybe within a year or 2 after the game came out, which is very unfortunate for the newer players.
The newer zone way smaller than it once was.
That's the gist of it, and that was kind of a tragic design decision in my opinion.
Well, don't forget, they made Wizard 101.
Yeah, we can't even get our first ship. We were only stuck with, like, not even a sloop. We were stuck with a weird-looking raft.
So you cannot play. Can you play Pirate 101 without any micro?
So if you want to play Pyre 101 without any microtransactions, you're only stuck on the first map of the game out of everywhere else, unfortunately. If I renewed my sub, I could like to do a new character run with a pal could. Oh yeah, absolutely. That's totally understandable, and if you know how to make your character in character creation, or you need me to tell you like how you should make your character in character creation, then definitely let me know. Like hit me up on Discord or whatnot, and you should be fine.
Well, I do declare, you saved my friend Huck from pain and
is it time for us to get our prizes as stream raiders?
Will get their food.
The battle's over.
Oh yeah, do you need gold or rogue?
I'm okay. Rogues.
You need rogues this time?
Yeah, I need to get them to level 30 now.
Okay. Thanks for the reminder. Let's see what we can do on this battlefield. I really wish I have a quest today where I can place specific units down, but the only one I have is a weekly one, and the Balloon Buster is taking some time to refresh.
You can always do a quick run of dungeons.
Yeah, true, but dungeons requires like dedicated attention, and today is not a day where I need to dedicate attention to the dungeons at the moment.
You can always do that later because it's a week, and this will run for about 2 weeks.
That's really true, yeah. It's always a good opportunity to get some keys with people. Oh shoot, I won a loyalty token chest on somebody else's map.
Nice.
Oh yeah, it does get boring if you solo it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could play with you sometimes, it's just that, I would kind of prefer to, like, play on my already set characters versus, like, having to make new characters entirely, because the new player experience just does get bored on me, and I prefer to, like, be more in a higher level situation than in a new player's experience.
A big bad bandito knocked on Huck's door one afternoon and offered him a warm basket of cornbread. Huck, being as simple-minded as he is, accepted the snack. He fell into a deep sleep, and when he awoke, he was right in this here saloon.
Fun fact, this bird's voice actor also voiced Avery, and Avery also voiced a specific bad guy in Wizard 101 first.
Poisoned, I tell you.
Oh, wow.
He was poisoned. and that tricky bandito took the deed to his house. Huck knows more about the thief.
Yeah, Kingsdale tends to like have their voice actors play multiple parts between both one-on-one games, but at least their performances are pretty good.
I remember when Wizard World when I first played it back in 2011, 2010, where hardly there was no voice acting at all.
Oh yeah, that's like the very early days. I started like way after the early days when they introduced player housing, and it kind of captivated me, so I was like, you know what, I'll just start my account in 2019. Not 2019, 2009. I was 10 years off.
2019, wait.
Yeah, very funny. Sometimes my brain cannot do math properly. This is why, like, not every Asian is a calculator, because we can't do the math. We can't do every single math properly.
I mean, cooking is a math. Cooking is science.
That is true, and don't get me started when you want to get into baking, because that's a lot more specific.
Huck Sawyer can tell you more about the
I will say though,
sneaky
like, rest in
bandito
peace to my
that, took possession of his house.
Rest in peace to the air fryer for like running for a full year because it's now gone kabust.
Finding one out.
Yeah, its fire went out and it served its purpose, and hey, at least you can make some pretty sweet stuff in it.
That cheating, sniveling, yellow-bellied bandito tricked me. That's the last time I'll eat cornbread from a stranger. Oh, his name's Frito Banditoed, and you can find him in Upper Arroyo Grande.
I haven't had a good cornbread in a while. I remember when IHOP used to sell those corn cakes before they removed it off the menu.
Why did they do that?
A lot of restaurants ended up changing their menu, but this is IHOP before the pandemic began. And we used to like go there often for those specific corn cakes. I know you can like make stuff homemade yourself nowadays, but
You not in a hurry to get rich? Burley's Gold is out there, just a-waiting for us. You go talk
you like
to Jessup
to-
in Junction, he'll tell you where it is.
Yeah, they're pretty good, I think. I think I had one.
oh, I've been to the wrong place the wrong time. Whoopsie daisies.
It happens. Just smile and wave. Just smile and wave.
Mm-hmm. Nice, I got enough money to pay the ferryman to get to the location I need to go to in this place. Ferryman, stagecoach, 69 gold. That is amazing.
Nice.
And all I'm just doing is a side quest, but at least side quest does pan out the experience a little bit.
It does.
Sometimes side quests do give a little bit of background lore to the locations you're exploring. I do appreciate side quests that do provide some lore on the details you may be missing out on in a location, in a world, or some grand dungeon you're exploring.
Burley Washburn? Sure, I knew him back in the day. Looking for his gold, are you? Well, good luck. You'll never find it. No siree. The whole story's a myth, don't you
Looks
see?
like we had
There
looks like
weren't
so
no
far
gold.
nothing.
Burley just stole a cargo
craziness
of
of
ammunition
thoughts
from
today.
those Unionists. I'm here to tell you. If Burley really did bury a treasure, don't you think somebody'd have found it by now? Nope.
Think so, Mr.
Burley's long gone, dead and buried. The last word on Burley's so-called treasure, if there ever was one, is on his gravestone for all to see.
Wait, what was the last thing you said, Keepa?
So far we had kind of no bots today on Twitch. Might be too soon.
Yeah, don't jinx it. I actually do have modded a specific a good bot account actually that removes that auto bans any bot accounts for following Eggless Muffin, or to be correct, Eggless_Muffin.
Okay. You're okay.
Nice to meet you.
What bot is it?
Let me try to remember what it was, because it's not showing up in my channel right now. And oh, it's a Porygon. Yeah, I'll have to find the name for you later, because for some reason it's not showing up on the user list.
It maybe only show up when it's needed.
Or I can just find it in my mod list real quick. Yeah, let's see what the mod list says.
Most bots like Pretzel, Stream Raiders uses the API key.
Oh, Seribot. It's it's spelled SERY _bot. And if you moderate that account, it will just help you do some auto bans on bot accounts on your account, on your Twitch channel.
Does it go by some list it has, or what?
Probably, and it runs through like its own algorithm and programming that someone set. Yes, it's nice to meet you as well. How are you doing? Happy Talk Like a Pirate Day while it's still Talk Like a Pirate Day. We don't talk like pirates around here, but we can celebrate by playing pirate-themed games.
Yes.
Here's the grave. There's an inscription.
Chariots of gold and grace do bear him to his rest. Argent laurels laid upon his broad but fallen chest. Vengeful foes have stopped his heart and ended his great ride, eager to find his treasure, but eternally denied.
Oh, we're spitting bars out here.
So there's no gold after all?
No, it's a trick, you see? Look at the first letters of the verses. C-A-V-E. Burley's gold hid in a cave.
Oh, which cave?
Probably switch games once I'm done with this side quest, because I think it might take me... I know it will take me a little bit, but just to pad out the spotlight for this game for tonight. I'm assuming you play Pirate 101 as well, Muffin, but it's not an often thing for me. It's just only on special occasions do I open up this game on Twitch. Probably next month I might open it up again, maybe. And now I'm gonna be switching over to a different setup while I'm on my move, which is gonna make me limited in what I'm gonna be able to stream and play if I could get OBS up and running on a different setup.
Will we be heading off to Japan, or?
Keep people posted once I'm in a comfortable situation I can keep people posted on.
Just keep connected if you can.
Yeah, absolutely. The only other thing is that I'm not going to be able to move everything, so some stuff has to go away, like posters I've accumulated, souvenirs I've gotten from conventions. I can't be able to, like, move everything.
Yeah, just keep the small stuff.
Yeah.
Like, pins and all.
I could probably, like, do maybe some, like, exclusive giveaways or something for the goods that I have that I can give to, like, trusted people who would want them and be able to keep them, like, safe and whatnot. Because I got a bunch of movie posters from my previous job that, are kind of, like, one of a kind. But also, at the same time, it's, like, they're one of a kind because they're specifically given to movie theaters. Haven't played it, heard it before, and I'm new to it. It's made by the same company as Wizard 101, it just has a different playstyle, and the environment is a lot more open. It's also turn-based as well. I'm not doing any major story stuff right now, I'm just doing a side quest.
At your command.
Let's see here. Do I want to belay the order? You know what, I'll just go ahead and belay the order for now. Alright, I'll task these companions to do this. Huh, interesting. One dude just decided to teleport into a saloon when they could have teleported to a dock where there's a spot you can mark.
A cave? That's all you got? I could have guessed that much, but presuming you're
Thanks,
right,
Cap.
which
Splendid.
cave could it be? Burley's gang camped in 3 caves round here at one time or another. Crystal Cave in the Royal Grande, the McGee Mine, and Echo Cave. Go check them 3 caves and you'll earn your share of the loot. Provided, of course, that there is some loot. You not in a hurry to get rich? Burley's gold is out there, just a-waiting for us. You go talk to Jessup in Junction, he'll tell you where it is.
Other than that, Eggless, what kind of games do you like to play? Wait, why am I going to my ship when I can literally just pay the wagon, dude? I think a reason a lot of people are just thrown off by this game.
Go on.
No, I just found a treasure chest where I need a second person to open with me. The reason why I think a lot of people are thrown off by this game at first impression is because I think people are used to like seeing animals that can stand up, like bipedal animals on TV and TV shows versus playing with bipedal animals in a video game, because they would only associate bipedal animals with media that they see and interact with as a kid. And when these kind of people mature and get older, those kind of creatures just grow out of their mentality. So when people see me play Pirate 101 still as, like, in high school or middle school, and they ask me, like, what the F are you playing? Like, it's because their brains have tuned out the logic of animals standing up in media. Unless they're, like, unless they still, like, watch My Little Pony or, like, some other kind of animations. The Looney Tunes show, while it had like an interesting start, it is one of those shows where it does progressively get better with character development as you watch more episodes.
The new one or the old one? They actually both do.
The Looney Tunes show that was on Cartoon Network for some time.
Yeah, it actually got pretty good, actually.
Yeah, it felt like that way with that show, I would say Adventure Time, and I think even the regular show, too. I should have some Discord nights where we can, like, look over some episodes and talk about them. Because those were the last times the Cartoon Network ever explored the territory of, like, teaching and branching out into mature themes and lessons for their audience. Before they've gone into, like... Well, to be fair, like... I think they're kind of like getting onto that with Gumball as well, in which they try to make the show more relatable, in a way, rather than being nonsensical like specific seasons of SpongeBob SquarePants on Nickelodeon because of a different writing team.
Gumball legit made fun of. They actually had the whole joke. Let me check this person's internet history.
Oh yeah.
And some other stuff. Like they made a whole episode about Final Fantasy. See you later, Egg Muffin.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for stopping by, and it was lovely, nice to meet you. Hope to interact with you and chat with you again.
Goodbye, goodbye, good friends, goodbye. 'Cause now it's time to go. But hey, I say, well, that's okay.
We'll be waiting for you to come and play. To come and play. To come and play. Bye now.
Ah, my package from Tumbleweed. Excellent. Your payment, Captain. Thackeray Evans is the name. I am a scholar by vocation, an historian and enthusiast of that greatest of Marlebonian inventions, the railroad. I've come all the way out to this forsaken place to learn why the people of Cool Ranch, after so avidly embracing railroads, would abandon them. Look at this bridge. Amazing, isn't it? But the trains run no more. The crash of the locomotive Zephyr scared everyone away. There are still pieces of that legendary locomotive scattered all over the canyon floor. I'll pay you well to collect some bits of history for me.
250 gold is paying somebody well? That's paying a kid well, not paying a pirate well.
I've been waiting to unload the wagon train since sunrise, but I'm mighty worried now, because it's never been this late. A Royal Grandy can be treacherous, but you look ready and able. I'd be grateful if you'd go down in the canyon and find the wagon train for me. Did you find the wagon train? Oh, I can't stand to wait much longer.
Lady, if you would believe the story I'm about to tell you about that wagon, you wouldn't believe your ears.
Have you managed to gather those fragments of the Zephyr? I'll pay you well for them.
Oh yeah, I don't mind the combat either. It's very, very reminiscent of Fire Emblem. The ship combat is a different story. There's a large piece of nail I need to collect. Where's the next large piece of nail? Oh, there's the next large piece of nail I need to collect. Where the heck is this cave I'm supposed to go to? Oh, there it is. No problem.
Gonna let the dogs out.
Yeah, the ship combat is basically ranged World of Warcraft combat. Tab targeting is what they call it.
Nothing here. No gold anyway. What's that?
What's that?
It's nothing, Bonnie Ann. What the heck are you looking at? I do not like it when the game shows you where you're keeping your files when you're taking a screenshot. Wait, where's McGee mine? Oh, that's in Tumbleweed Skyway. Damn. They said that they want to rework the ship combat for a long time, but that hasn't really been happening. Is that a piece of the... Yep, that is. They have really good... They do have pretty good sound design in this game somehow. I'm pretty impressed with that. But again, like, the companies just have shifted development teams for, like, many years.
Looks like this place was abandoned long ago. There's signs of a nasty fight everywhere.
Some of the supplies, though, they look to be worth salvaging.
Yeah, this was nasty. This has got to be a nasty wagon. Well, Nova, the thing is, if you don't know, is that, they've had a mobile team. They put Pyro 101 team members on the mobile team. A lot of employees were laid off in 2016, and as of last year, I believe, all of their mobile employees had left the company and found their own company. So now the production team is literally at their smallest after they've been acquired by a holdings company from Europe. Yeah, so I honestly express like a great amount of pity towards Kingzao right now, because that company has gone through like so much, and I feel like they're hanging on by literal threads with Pyro 101, and are just... I can understand why they've been mostly focusing on Wizard 101. And I played Wizard 101 before Pirates 101. I do love Pirate 101 more than Wizard. I just feel like really, really bad for the company right now. Because, like, you can't fault anybody but, like, the people who were in charge of the company. Oh, there's an Omanite. I feel like to catch the Omanite, Nova, we got some channel points you can use them for.
I go to sleep here soon.
Sounds
I'm
like a
starting
plan.
to wear down.
Yeah, sorry to hear that you're going through some tough stuff, but hopefully you do feel better this week or pretty soon.
These ain't bothering me. It's just I got other stuff I need to do as well.
Understandable. Yeah, we all got stuff that we need to do. I certainly do for tomorrow, and I'm not looking forward.
Outstanding, Captain! You brought in quite the haul. These pieces should prove invaluable to my work. Some of the fragments of the Zephyr have proven a bit strange. The steel is rather unconventional. There's a professor camped down in the lower end of the Arroyo. He's a competent metallurgist. I sent some of my fragments to him for analysis. If it's not too much bother, could you run over and see if he's reached any conclusions?
From my stream
Again,
went over
I'm
to another
happy to
person's chat
compensate
and
you
asked
for
when
your
am I going to be
efforts.
streaming again. I'm like, honestly, I'm still looking for people to kind of do sub badges and stuff.
I just ended up making them on my own because I've had like my fair hand of making stuff in Photoshop.
See, I don't have Photoshop,
bet
and
anything it was
neither
a
do I
wild
have the
bunch.
skill for
I
art.
knew something terrible had happened. At least you secured our supplies.
So, what did Murgatroyd have to say about my scrap metal, eh? You mean you haven't asked him yet? So, what did Murgatroyd have to say about my scrap metal, eh? You mean you haven't asked him yet?
He didn't even say, Okay.
Can't wait for the new God of War, but at the same time, I don't have a PS5 yet.
Yeah, gotta love it when like the latest upcoming AAA titles gotta be for the next gen console. My only console has been my Nintendo Switch so far, and I'm still enjoying the games I play on. And it's just that it's just a hassle to also have to pay for the subscription service to connect to online for it.
Yeah.
They kind of make like reference to your character's origins in Wiz like in very, very late game territory. Aside from that, not much else per my own knowledge. Because I've seen some gameplay and videos of the late game, like Arc 4 or something like that, which like they say, oh, the wizard is from Earth or something like that. And I'm like, wait, what? That's a weird revelation at that point in the time. There's like the universe with Earth, and then there's the spirals. So how did the wizard come to the spiral from the Earth universe? It just gets confusing. Hey, I'm sliding. Whee! Oh, never mind. Oh, there's another one of these freaking two-player chests. Damn it. That stinks. Obviously, there's nothing here, too.
No gold here either. Wait, look out!
Do I need to defeat the spider? Oh, I need to defeat the spider. Oh, time to show off some combat. Against a bunch of spiders, because you can't have an online game without your fair amount of spiders and wolves. Alright, let me take a quick trip to the restroom and see if I can finish my restroom trip faster than this turn is over.
What now? Will do.
I'm back. Yes.
He's AFK at the moment.
Okay, I've returned. Okay, we're good. So about that, Nova, the original storyline for Pirates 101 was that we were going to cross into a, what was it, a skyway, a storm gate through Wizard City, and unfortunately that got scrapped, like scrapped real hard.
Ahoy! Is that all?
That's your command.
Hmm.
Aye, aye, Captain. At once.
Yeah, they scrapped the original storyline and stuff. It's upsetting. But the presumed decision was that the CEO had asked the Pyre 101 team to cut the story short, often where the current final world is, and just abandon the original story. It is what it is. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is.
Arriba. I'm going to do that, Captain.
Ooh, that's a lot of damage.
Well, there's no gold here. Only one more place to look.
Now we have to go to the side quest location.
Welcome back, Nintendo.
Thank you, Kiba. I was trying to see, like, how long a battle turn could last while I use a quick restroom break, and it was fine. Whether it be on fast combat or slow combat, it's enough of a time for someone to get up and stretch before they need to make their next move. once we get this side quest out of the way, I'll get my start over in the next world, Mushu, and we'll put a bookmark of theirs for me to get started on the next world.
Is Mushu the one with the karate pigs?
With the ninja pigs? Yep, the world...
The cows?
The Asia-inspired world. Feudal Japan, China-inspired world.
And cows.
Cows and pigs. Lots of farm animals, yep.
Doesn't bug me. I grew up with Disney, so it doesn't bug me.
It would be a very interesting idea. People have, like...
Mm-hmm.
No, I was going to say that people have done, like, theories on, like, the power level between pirates versus wizards in the 101 universes.
What do you think about that?
I still consider them, like... I don't really have much of an opinion on that. They feel like they take place within, like, the same universe, but, like, different timelines of where your wizard is versus where your pirate is.
There's one theory about some criminal wasn't a Wizard 101, and he escaped to Pirate 101. Some big theory about that way back. Some guy from Wizard 101 was got some chaos, and he moved to Pirate 101. He changed a new leaf. New leaf on life.
The only villain I'm aware of is Meowiarty, based off of Moriarty. He was voiced by Captain Avery's voice actor before Pirate 101. And he's primarily the only link between both universes because he was arrested in Wizard 101, then transferred to a prison over in the Pirates 101 Marleybone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Kiba, do you need Musketeer scrolls?
If you have them, yeah.
Alright. It's like the only thing we have here. We just move to the next level. Let's see which next level I want to do. I'll do this one. Because we're on our way to the tokens. This one's called Orc Blitz, right? Yeah, it's Orc Blitz.
Like Ballroom Blitz?
Yeah, I just decided to drop an Orc Slayer for now.
I think I used my Orc Slayer earlier.
Away with
So that's
ye!
my one that's
I've
not worth
claimed
it,
this
yeah.
island and the treasure is... Wait! I know you! It can't be you!
Yeah, I don't like never
Not
like using my
again.
beats to reincarnate my legendaries.
He cheated me out of Captain Gun's gold, but not this time! Crawlies!
You know, let's go classic word. Let's hold up until he's good.
Cut it, ye old crustacean. Interesting. Whatever shall I do?
Get some garlic butter.
That is an idea, yes.
I think I'm gonna get some rest, Motendo.
Okay, good night, night.
Yeah, no problem, Dark. Hope you feel better and
Dark,
stuff.
sorry. I'll tell you what the name is like for a second.
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, that was Dark Sinister Steel. Yeah, that's true. Let's not forget that witch doctors are a pirate classes. What the frick is going on? This sloth is on fire.
That's my big clip.
Wow, that's like a one-turn finish.
That was easy.
Club is going. Sheesh. Okay, that's definitely a clip. It's definitely a clip. Clip is that.
That is a record on this character for a one-turn finish. Unbelievable.
You win again, pirate. But you'd best look over your shoulder for the rest of your days.
You know, I think since we're here, I might as well complete this dungeon and just not worry about it anymore. And that's the last collectible. That's why a lot of people, when they get to this world, they ask, hey, can I teleport to you in this one side quest dungeon I'll never do? It's also very interesting because it's also the one dungeon where it has like a crashed ship as a centerpiece. But this crashed ship doesn't have any more significance. Like, you notice in Pirate 101, there's locations in the game where there's absolutely, like, major architectural, geographical details being paid attention to. But then they just stop paying attention to it and just make you move on to the next location.
Here's a clip for you, buddy.
Oh, thank you. That's a record for the books. Oh, let's see here.
That's awful legit what happened on that crustacean.
Yeah, we didn't even put in, like, stat buffs. We just only put in an accuracy buff. That was ridiculous. Oh yeah, I agree with that, Nova.
There she blows! I knew it! Curly's gold! We found it, Captain!
Curly's gold? I thought it was Burley. Unless he had the wrong script.
Not so fast, partner. Y'all
only got this
done
Pokemon.
real good finding Burley's gold for me. I figure I got better things to do with all that gold than share it. Nothing personal.
Oh, Dan Drake is also voiced by Captain Avery. Interesting.
Even you got it.
Yeah, that's why I asked if maybe Nova wants to catch it because, or anybody else in chat wants to catch it because Kiba and I already have the Omanite.
And it won't disappear unless someone catches it.
Mm-hmm.
Or it runs off. I don't know if you can set it up, but maybe a timer where it runs off.
I haven't fiddled with the settings any further than I need to because it was very complicated setting it up by itself. There we go. Oh, dang it. That would have been a lucky catch. If you put one of every type of wizard versus one of every type of pirate, let's not also forget that pirate has fewer... Wizard 101 has more schools than pirate classes. So... And I think because of the amount of spells wizards have, wizards probably would end up winning regardless.
And most of your combat is actually not from the wizard, not your cards, but your soldiers.
Yeah, that's true. There goes the cheese chicken. Otherwise, that chicken would have been called Hank Buford. Well, there goes Hank's brother, Jim. Wait, no, that's the wrong position. Yeah, he's a level 31. This is fine. Let's see here. Vengeance will be mine. And it will forever be my vengeance. And normally when anybody completes the side quest on another specific character, they would unlock a companion after here, but unfortunately this location just becomes redundant, and unfortunately not serving any more purpose for anybody else. Now that that's done and out of the way, do I have any treasures I can claim on this character? Enhanced experience boost elixir for 3 hours.
Let's say, is it automatically or you can wait?
I can wait. I don't have to redeem it right away.
I say redeem it when you're playing again, because you said you found a stopping point soon.
Yeah.
You don't want to waste it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's definitely not gonna go to waste. I'll probably maybe use it on this character. Or like my other alternate character I have here. I've only like made a few alternate characters, so I still want to actively play it. Oh, goodness sakes, who bumped into me? Oh, that's a high-level ship.
Random ship just bump into and you have to go fight?
Not in the public zone. In a PvP zone, yes, but unfortunately the PvP ship arena has not been tinkered with ever since its release.
So it never been messed with.
Nope, everybody can just bash at each other with cannonballs and whatnot and overpower each other easily because there's been zero scaling or work done ever since the public practice ship arena has been released.
Yeah, like Venture Quest 3D right now is working on its PvP, and PvP is very difficult to balance.
I mean, that goes for PvP for a lot of different games, honestly.
Any game, that's what I'm saying. It's difficult to balance because there'll be a class, if somebody figures out how to do it, be broken. Then there'll be other meta, and they will update, and they'll find our classes broken in. It's very difficult to get PvP balanced.
Yeah, PvP games on their own just end up in a constant loop of balancing and rebalancing, like buffing and nerfing, just because of so much feedback that, like...
If you add the companions from Power 1 into Wizard 1 in the fight, I gotta say Power 101 might win. Because you have your whole team with you, and you'd be one wizard.
That's true, and like, if people in Pirate 101 can co-op with their own crew, then the more the merrier. Also discovered I got another pack I'll open on my other pirate. Although I don't expect any good things to come out of it, given my RNG. Oh, this is one of the more beautiful parts of the game. Traveling between different skyways. Music composer for the 101 games has been pretty swell as well. He's really talented at his mixing, but if he had like access to whole entire orchestras to compose for him, the difference between a orchestrated piece versus like a MIDI digital track composed piece, it might be subtle or it can be complete night and day.
I mean, MIDI, I still enjoy some MIDI tracks to this day. Than orchestra. I don't know why, but some MIDIs fit better for some situations than orchestra music. Sure, the orchestra music is nice and all, but MIDIs do fit somewhere sometimes too.
True. I mean, that's also true, Nova. And the companions can summon spells too.
But is that like only one class that can summon companions?
I believe every class can. Every school of the wizards can. I can teleport back here. Oh, I forgot I need to talk to Zeke back in Cool Ranch. Alright. At least I made a teleporter here.
Is there a Grizzleheim in this in Power 101?
There should have been, but they didn't release Grizzleheim. Oh, hey Cortez, we don't see you often, but hope you're doing well.
Be like a Viking pirate theme.
It would make sense, but they just haven't. They've confirmed to have developed Darkmoor and Crocotopia for Pirate 101. They just haven't released the fully fleshed out physical world into the game because development changes.
Surprisingly, Adventure Quest 30 had CNC before Pirate 101.
That
I'm
guy's
talking about
around
Myth.
everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Myth has like the most summons.
Myth has the most summons, and all the other classes, at all the other schools at this point can summon as well. At least one type of minion.
I think the summons got nerfed way back a few months ago or something. Might have from down the grapevine.
Hope you're doing well, Cortez _. Otherwise, I'm not going to be on Pirate 101 for much longer because this is only a special occasion kind of game, and it's not really my mainstay anymore. I was going the complete wrong direction, but that's okay because I can just make a turn.
Yeah, it's true. They are. But
Yeah, they are. The Death School can also have their own summons. They have like an X rank summon spell in which like the more pips you have, the stronger you can make your summons. I remember one of the most Bork damages is when if you like completely buff up the Heck Hound, which is like the original one of the original X rank spells.
well, legit, if I ever play the game again, I'll play it when Wizard City becomes free.
Yeah, I feel that. I understand that. I wanted to complete housing projects on Wizard 101, but they keep on updating with a lot more new furniture that and just either ends up being way too hard to get from bosses or mobs that drop them, or absolutely difficult crafting recipes that require materials that are also difficult to get from farming specific mobs. Some of my housing projects on Wizard 101 can never be complete in comparison to my housing projects on Pirates 101. And because we don't have a house sharing feature, like I can only invite people who I added on my list to experience my own projects as like a place where people can hang out besides the hub.
So you legit have to only invite your friends.
And and their friends have to invite them to go into my space. Not the website, but my places.
Who knows? We know that I think that Power 101 is in the future, Wizard 101 is in the past, correct? If you think about it.
Depends at what point in the timeline. There's specific points in the timeline where the pirate would be ahead of the wizard, or the wizard would be behind the wizard would be ahead of the pirate. I mean, it also depends, Nova, because there are some spells that can actually protect and buy some time to prevent the pirates from attacking. Thinking, it seems like since they're adamant on wanting to make Crocotopia the next world, until they get like a new team for Pirate 101, it does make me think about like Genshin Impact's next world being also based off of Egypt in a desert. So and of course the next choice would be to get an orchestra from the Middle East, or I would assume Cairo, Egypt has an orchestra that they would actually compose. It would be a very interesting location, but not without its cost of having heat strokes in the desert, because the way deserts work in real life, which I'm sure they're going to implement into the game, is that during the day it's going to be very hot. When it becomes nighttime, it's going to get very cold because the temperature.
I think Adventure Quest 3D has the same mechanic. If you sit in the desert too long, you get dehydration.
Yeah, dehydration, but the thing with this Adventure Quest 3D is that there's no day and night cycle.
No. Well, with Genshin, there is, and they got to make it so hopefully that the desert stays, gets cold and gets hot, but I don't know if they're capable of doing that, but who knows.
It is a mechanic that they have in the desert for Breath of the Wild in the Gerudo Desert. But that's just literally how the desert works. Like, you can't, like, say that, oh, this X, Y, and Z game is ripping off another game when it's, like, something that works in real life.
Works in real life, and it's it's mostly in every video game.
I mean, I think, like, we're gonna have both the sheer cold and the heat stroke mechanic. Blazing heat, that's what it's called. And they're gonna have both mechanics. That's why they gave us a very special boss fight towards a specific part of the game I won't exactly spoil too much on because it's a very spoiler-heavy part. Because we already have the sheer cold mechanic and where it gets colder when we're on the mountains. But the blazing heat is definitely something we're going to experience in the desert. Not only that, because they said the next region, Sumeru, is all about the people with the brain who are complete nerds and brainiacs. They're probably going to make the puzzles difficult too, and that we probably need to really collaborate and cooperate with multiple players to solve a puzzle if we can't solve it ourselves.
Since this takes place in Egypt, you said, I can guessing to be mazes going on.
Oh, yeah. Because, like, I can also expect there to be, like, major...
traps,
yeah.
pyramids.
Major...
Stuff like that, maybe.
Yeah, this would be a really great region to explore, like, additional dungeon crawling mechanics for, like, new farmable dungeons, especially when all the dungeons are literally just go into a battle arena, fight a bunch of enemies, and then just spend your energy.
And I wish you can go back to the story dungeons.
Yeah, because they have, like, they do have some dungeon crawling mechanics they could put in an end game farmable dungeon. They just haven't, have not implemented the idea yet, but it's possible to do.
They can put it in. They can. They have the stuff there. They have the hardware. They have the software.
It's just that the company is very selective on what feedback they want to, like, take into account and take into consideration. Like, they didn't have to add a manual cooking option when we completed mastering a recipe, but yet they still did so because they're players who just haven't gotten a specific achievement yet. But if you have not gotten a specific achievement with manual cooking, then all you need to do is try it with a new recipe you haven't mastered yet. It's that simple.
Like the forbidden food we call the egg roll.
Oh yeah. Let's not talk too much for details.
They need to legit change that. They need to change that.
I think it's mostly because they go off translating the Chinese names first, more so than, like, what it would be called in, like, the other languages.
But still, would it be called egg roll in Chinese?
Technically in Chinese, yeah. That's a direct translation of the Chinese.
They got all other food sponsors.
Finding them Dixie chicks, I can rest easy knowing they ain't in trouble.
Okay, now I don't have to worry about that.
Could he call it just a rolled up egg?
In other translations, it would be called a folded omelet, which would make more sense.
For the epic.
But in Chinese, yeah, it's like it is a rolled up egg. I think danjun or something. Yeah. Oh, ZGB. Thank you for the epic Nightmare Paladin. I'm just gonna talk to this NPC to get this story quest started, so I don't have to get out of this place later on. I'll talk to my other pirate, see how his card pack opening goes, and that'll be my session. We've done a few good hours on Pirate 101 today. So everything else I need to do is definitely going to require much more dedicated time. I'll probably put it into next month.
Welcome to my humble tea house. You come seeking a way to find Egg Fu Young, have you? I am saddened to tell you that Egg is a prisoner of the Yakuza.
The Yakuza, criminal scum, worse than the vilest cutthroat shark.
As you may know, foreigners are only allowed to visit Hamamitsu. Egg is not beyond reach, but going to him will not be easy. I can help for a price. I bought an Imperial Jade statue, but the delivery ship, the Lotus Blossom, was lost in Hamamitsu's skyway. If you wish my aid, bring me the statue. Seek the lost Imperial Jade statue in the wreck of the Lotus Blossom, bring it to me, and I'll help you find Egg Fu Young.
Feels like my companions are at a pretty good spot. I know my sloth needs a promotion, but it's definitely going to be safe for a different time and place.
Even if the sloth is pretty good in battle. See what he did to the crab.
Yeah, he just comboed like crazy without any like stat boost, and I usually do the stat boost to get the critical. I think it's also mostly because like the crab is a different class with very low strength, because the critical can happen as a result of being like a difference between a specific stat between like one character versus another. So like, let's say my pirate has 42 strength and the opponent I'm fighting has only like 18 strength. Then that means I have a higher chance to land like big critical numbers on my opponent. That's one of the factors of landing a critical hit in this game. There's a very creepy NPC in this game that... Yeah, definitely a very, very creepy NPC that is one of like the scariest things I've encountered in this game. Otherwise, there's nothing else that I would find as equally frightening in Pirate 101 as I have in like in like another game, especially for a game aimed towards like teenagers and little kids.
Well, good to see you, pirate. You sure do get around, don't you? I had a deal with my good friend Lord Shonen to buy some fine Mushu knives, but he went and lost them all. Hey, since you seem to get around so much, you should keep a lookout for him. It'd sure help your old pal Zeke out. You find them Shonen knives around? They could be just about anywhere.
And what I really do appreciate with King Azal is that they love to make like a lot of different references to pop culture. Like for example, the Zeke quest where you have to find the world collectibles, the Shonen Knives. The Shonen Knives I think is like a reference to like a popular music group in Japan. Oh, speak of the devil, I found one.
So you talk about pirates pretty much chaos, lawful, lawful, chaos good. Like Loki.
Yeah.
Because originally, before Loki was originally thought of, he was a lawful, chaotic good, and he always think out of the box. That's why the gods always went to him for his opinion, because he always thought out of the box. He never thought of inside the box.
Right.
He was a mischievous god, but he did bad stuff. But later on, where other forms of stuff happen, they consider him as evil for being chaotic good. So the pirate is pretty much chaotic good.
Yeah, I don't really consider pirates to be completely good guys, as long as whatever they do pays them a lot of money at the end of the day. They're mostly mercenaries for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
If they choose to write a story behind, like, about a pirate, for a pirate, then that's on the people who do the writing.
It is a story about a friendly pirate. Not a very good ending, though. But, yeah, it's a story about a friendly pirate.
Oh, yeah. Alright, let's try another pack. At least it's a freebie. Alright, there's the freebie. And I'm assuming I got trash again. Just gotta wait for the UI to update me on what I got. Let's see. Cannonball, barrel, swords, cooking pot, inlaid buffet table, shark teeth, furniture, a weapon, and a temporary mount. Okay, a weapon is actually a latest development.
What's the tip now? What do you got?
Oh, it's just a very noisy ghost ship mount.
Yeah, is it faster than your main mount?
No, it's just about the same as speed as my main mount.
So, what is the point of having if it's temporary, even if you got a mount already?
Probably for, yeah, I don't even know either, because, like, it's good for people who are starting out in the game, but if you're done with the game, like, there's not really much of a point.
Yeah, if once you have travel form or something or anything, once you have a mount, there's no point of getting a temporary mount unless you get someone for having a whole lot of them.
Agreed, yeah. I think I'll give this to my, yeah, I'll give this weapon to my other character. I already have the weapons that I need on this character. My first character I finally can express as my pride and joy because their pet is perfected, their gear is probably almost perfected. People would tell me to restart my character for not, like, having the right stats to begin with, but I've worked really hard on my first pirate on this account since when the game came out.
I mean, listen, when people first play WoW back in the day, nobody knew what to do.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why it was hard. But now, since people know what to do, not much of a challenge, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, people say back in the day this game was because you didn't know nothing about it.
Yeah, and encourage them to buy more packs. Of course they want people to spend in the Crown Shop. And speaking of Crown Shop, I wonder if they have anything on... What's on sale lately? Nothing's on sale lately, of course not. Not on Talk Like a Pirate Day, because all they gave us is a free pack. Well, at least I got a weapon my other character can use. Speaking of, like, mounts, I don't really, like, purchase them unless I get, like, a discounted, like, currency pack. The one I got on my Witch Doctor is a free one that I luckily won in a random raffle, because sometimes there are raffles where they have Pirate 101 items that would be like, oh, you guys can get a temporary mount code with a chance of winning a permanent mount code, and luckily, thankfully, I got myself a permanent mount code. And that happened on my other account too, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't happen every day, so I just relish the freebie.
Yeah, it's nice when you do get free stuff with your mains and all that.
Okay, time to check the prize-winning pirate that I have on this account.
Welcome back, pirate. Previously on Pirate 101.
Ulysses the Eagle stole Argos's piece of the map. We've got to chase him back to Ithaca.
Do I have this weapon already? Let me check, I might have.
Ulysses will give us the map if we help him reclaim his house. We have to get his bow from Medusa.
Go to, pirate. Adventure awaits.
Ah, the Greek place. Is it great? Is it Greek? I mean, is it great?
Yeah, the tent was using Greek music. Oh, so I do have that weapon already. Interesting. That's just an extra copy then.
Nice.
Actually, in comparison to the other weapons that I have for this character. Smaller weapon power, but has useful cards. Greater weapon power, but it has a very okay card. Interesting. They could all be practical, I just gotta put a stitch on this thing. Because this one already has the... How many crowns do I have? Oh, I could spare 100, that's fine. And as usual, nobody is online.
I'm here.
I mean, in the game. I've had like a lot of people added, but a lot of people left, unfortunately. This is a slashy, staffy weapon. Interesting. This set was already stitched with, so the only other one I could stitch with is the other one. Okay, then. Gotta have stuff I can sell, then. Not a problem, I hope. Not a lot of these pet snacks sold. Interesting. Especially when they're weaker pet snacks, too.
You have a shop?
Yeah, in the bazaar where we just sell stuff and multiple stuff where people can buy off each other. Interesting. Well, this is a decent amount of money. Yeah, sure. I guess I'll buy this. With dumb inflation rates in Wiz's case, which is unfortunate, but what can you do? Okay. Seamstress. So apparently...
Go on, sorry.
No, it's okay. What's legit?
Legit, you can play... Can you play with War 1 100% free? Or no? I know you can do the daily quest that happens once a week that gives you crowns. But I don't know if they still do that.
I think you could still do the dailies for free.
Happens during the main center with the treasure at.
I remember actually being able to, like, I actually grinded free crowns, like trivia crowns, to unlock Darkmoor, the farmable dungeon, for free. You can only play for free up until, like, you can get to, like, level 10, 11 in one street.
I'm talking about can you unlock this Soul City by using in-game courtesy? Again,
if you grind it out, technically, yes. But it's gonna take, like, a whole amount of effort and time and whatnot to grind it. It is possible, though. It's just, it takes a great amount of grinding to get the right amount of free crowns in order to unlock what you need to unlock. I guess after me, there's just gonna be no one else left on Pirate 101, and I guess people are done with Pirate on Twitch. Oh yeah, Kiba, if you're taking a look at what's going on in front of me, I'll show you how the cosmetics work in this game. So, there's this NPC called Eloise Merriweather, and we have to talk to this person. Then, we select an item we want the appearance of, and then we select the item we want the stats of. And we have to pay with the currency that we pay with real cash for in order to make it happen. And that's the cosmetic system for Pyro 101 and Wizard 101.
Don't like that.
And that's how it's been for a long time. Anything I need to unlock for this character, actually? Let me double check. Oh, hey, Lexi, you're, unfortunately, you're a little bit late, though. I'm pretty much done with Pirate for the night. It's been a few hours. Yeah, sorry, Lexi. Today is not a pirate day anymore. I'm just... I finished what I wanted to do for today. Like, if you came earlier, like, I would have been able to have a conversation with you, but it's not one of those days. You'll never... I mean, you're only human, and please try your best not to be a guilt tripper, by the way. I can speak as someone who occasionally, like, guilt trips people, but, like... Yeah, as long as you acknowledge that, like... it's a habit of yours that at least you can try to correct, but... if I'm done, I say I'm done. I'm always on my own schedule, and I can't exactly, like, cater how long I stream, how long I play a game to every single other person's schedules. Then I'm not taking care of myself. Do you live in California, Lexi? This is New York time. It's almost midnight in the East Coast of the United States. This is the time zone for Florida, Maine, New York, Pennsylvania.
Yep, I'm Pennsylvanian.
Yeah, so once I turn off Pyro 101, we're done being on Pyro 101 for Twitch right now. Wasn't so sure about me, and you've been following since... for 1 year, 4 months, 4 weeks. I've had my time zone, like... I had my time zone on this channel for, like, 3 years. And I've started streaming with Pyro 101 since 2018. Pyro 101 was the game that got me Twitch affiliate since 2018. I don't know what else to say. I mean, if you have a lot going on, then don't force yourself to be around if you aren't able to, like, make it. It's not entirely your fault. You have your own life to live. And at least you let me know. Because everybody has a lot going on in their own life, and there's a lot to be stressed out and be upset about. The only thing we can do is just talk with each other. Make sure we're getting through with whatever our own struggles, our own troubles are. Even if people aren't going to be there physically in person, the least we can do is just talk with one another and make sure we're all alright, you know?
Yep.
Because, like, I have stuff going on that's stressing me out. Kiba has his own stuff going on that's stressing him out, too. And everybody else, like, in Pirate 101 or any other game you enjoy playing, has their own stuff in their own life going out. Even Spicy, who said he quit streaming Pirate 101, he has stuff going on in his own life, too. And he's a medical student. And I know, like, medical programs require a lot of dedication and attention and whatnot to become a doctor at the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
think the next time I'll probably be on Pirate is just maybe next month when it celebrates its birthday again with whatever balloons and streamers and decorations it wants, but for Talk Like a Pirate Day, I think it was an okay occasion, but if everyone's done with Pirate 101 for today, then I'm just done as well. So right now on Twitch, I am the last person, and once I close out the game, everyone's done with this game on Twitch for today. Yeah, time does fly, but when you get into the habit of knowing specific occasions for the games that you play, then you start to make a note of it on your calendar. Well, Lexi, since you're here for a while, why don't you catch this Spearow that appeared on the screen with your channel points? I'm sure you got some channel points right now you can spend before you head off and before I head off of this game. I gotta turn on some radio to actually relax with. There you go. Your name is after a Pokemon. You do like Pokemon. Oh, darn it. At least you tried, though.
And they still have other chance.
Did you catch a Spearow already?
Yep.
Oh, okay. We don't even have
You try again. Don't worry.
We don't even have a daily incentive in Pirate 101. Oh well. The game is still there, whenever you choose to play it again. Oh shoot, I was gonna say if like Nova's still there, I could play along with another new character with Nova, but Nova's not around, so... I think I'll just do some fishing in Genshin Impact if, since today is the last day for...
The event?
Yeah, the event pools that can respawn the fishes I need to upgrade a specific fishing fork for a specific purple lady.